Hello, everyone. For the 10th time, welcome to the Rankaholics podcast. I'm Gianluca, and joined here. Wait,
It's me. My name is
Yeah.
Jordan. 10th episode anniversary, guys.
You know who it
we,
is.
we still don't have this intro down. And also Pat. Welcome. Actually,
Producer
this
Pat.
Is producer
PP.
Pat. This is only your 7th time, technically, so we can
That's
celebrate
true.
your 10th episode on episode 13.
I mean, he helped set up our podcast
That's
the first couple
true.
times and just
That's two.
left.
And then left, yeah, because you guys were like, I'd be better if you weren't here.
yeah.
But we
It
obviously
wasn't
made
better.
a mistake. We obviously
Right.
made a mistake with not having you here. And we're sorry, PP. So
Thank you.
Anyway, we're just probably going to get right into what we have going on today, which is we're basically interviewing each other. You know, it's our 10th episode, and we thought that it'd be best if you guys get to know us. I don't know. There's a lot to get to know.
none of
Maybe.
you guys
No,
know
I
me.
might actually pretty simple. So,
You don't know me.
you don't know me at all.
None of you guys know me, but you're about to find out. So just we're gonna go on this
It's gonna be
journey
scary.
together.
You're going to know what the inside of Jordan's armpit looks like.
Wow. We're going that
After
we
that.
deep.
We're going that
serious?
deep.
Are we serious? It's pretty warm.
It's pretty, oh.
No, what
A
it
lot of
looks
hair.
like not. Okay, we're going to
Okay, anyway.
move
So
on.
I put a little mini video on like Instagram asking people to send in questions of
Yeah.
what they want to know. So I'm gonna read off people's questions and we can answer them.
Coolly.
All right, first one. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Make my bed.
You do. Oh,
Really, right?
You're a bed maker.
It's a good way to start your day.
Yes.
It is.
It's
I
like
agree.
I've already accomplished something.
Yeah.
And now I don't have to worry about accomplishing something the rest of the day. So
I made my bed usually right away
Joke.
when I was younger,
Yeah.
but then as I've gone older, I've gotten lazier.
I,
So
I don't know. I see it kind of as a waste of time because like I want to get in and it's just like kind of messy and it's like I just kind of throw it around, you know.
okay,
Especially in the summer when you're not using as many. Like,
right.
I
I kind of just pull
yeah.
my covers all the way up to the.
Yeah.
dude, I'm neat. I'm nice and neat, dude. I gotta have
Well.
perfection on both sides.
So then, what's the first thing you do then? Pat?
Turn off my alarm. No,
Okay,
That doesn't count.
Is that what we're counting?
I don't know.
I probably just
I'd
could
pull out my phone and waste time.
wanna wait. Yeah, I guess that and then or go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
you don't technically like.
I'm
Work a
not like
job,
in a hurry to
so-
get
To go
yeah,
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless I'm
that's
going
that
to
definitely
church or whatever.
changes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I'd probably. I mean, if I know, I do the same thing.
No, sorry. My answer. First thing I do is just dive into the podcast and just like I just work on it.
Non-stop.
7 days a week.
Pat, that seems sarcastic.
Okay.
It's not.
All
It's
right,
gonna
we'll
be
move on
really
to
loud.
we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so we kind of have two different variations of this question.
Good question.
Okay. What made you decide to start the podcast? So it's kind of
What do you mean
Interesting.
two variations?
well. Okay, so we've got a question that said, "Who decided to start the podcast?" I
Okay.
believe. And then the other one is, "What made you decide?" Or who came up with the idea to start
So-
the podcast?
Gianluca came up with the idea of what we were doing, and I know he wanted to do a podcast. I had wanted to do a podcast. I tried one earlier. It didn't work
Mhm.
out. It sucked.
Really? Yeah. This is something
I tried
should
like a
know.
sports thing, but it just didn't really work out.
Hmm.
So Gianluca came up with the idea of Rankaholics and like ranking things. I was like,
Mhm.
that sounds like a great idea. And
Yeah.
for me, it's just like a nice side hobby to
Yeah.
Right.
have. And like, we don't need a bunch of people to listen in. We like appreciate it, but like, it's something I like have fun doing
Yes,
just on the
exactly.
side
Yep.
and during the week. And just like doing it with like Pat and Gianluca and maybe having a guest on the show every once in a
Mhm.
while.
Yeah.
It's just a solid hour and a half of just enjoyment for us.
Right, and it's on topics that like we enjoy.
Yeah.
It's
and-
just like having a conversation, like
right,
a scheduled but we're just chilling and talking.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
And
exactly. It's super nice.
there's been a
Yeah.
couple times where like Jordan and I are just chilling, and I like see something on Instagram, and I'm like, or like TikTok, and I'm like, ooh, let's just read off a bunch of these like questions, and then Jordan and I are just sitting here talking about
Yeah.
like Marvel or something
Mhm.
like that, and then but there's actually kind of like a not deeper, but there's kind of two different things. So what happened? How the podcast came about was. Last year, I was approached by a good friend, Vincent. I'm pretty sure he listens.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me if I wanted to do a podcast, and it would have been a sports one, and I was interested and wanted to do it. And then I remember messaging
Yeah,
you, Pat,
yeah.
about like equipment and how much it would cost, and it was quite a bit, more than I wanted to spend at the time, and
Yeah.
I was still living at my parents. So, and the situation,
Yeah.
that's the other thing,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the situation here, it just works perfectly because you don't live,
Yeah.
you live like 2 minutes
Literally,
away.
Yeah.
Walk over.
So,
Thank the Lord right there, man.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, he asked me, and then I think, if I remember correctly, like I had told you, Jordan, about that he had asked me about doing the podcast, and then
Mhm.
you kind of wanted to do it too, or I had asked you if you would want to do it with us, and then we had the idea, and then it kind of just became me and you, and then I had the idea to do something else other than sports.
Yeah.
Because with the sports we feel limited. Also, like our opinions, they're not biased, but I feel like we listen to a lot of sports talk, so I feel like it's not truly our own opinion.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty unbiased.
yeah,
Yeah. Aaron
Packers
Rodgers is
Super
the
Bowl.
greatest QB ever.
right.
Okay.
So that's kind of how the podcast, I guess,
Yeah.
came about. So yeah, no, it's been fun. It's just like a nice something to do on the side,
Yeah.
and we've had a lot of feedback, and it's been nice to hear from people.
Yeah.
So
Good question.
no, yeah, that's
It's really cool to see like people enjoying just like this
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
fun thing we're doing. Like, yeah, people are putting in the time to listen and give feedback, and it's
and
like
like
it's
they have
cool to-
time to
I mean, Aunt Susie fell asleep, but that's cool.
right. They have time to trash on your
We
list.
need to be more exciting.
Right, yeah, exactly.
We're trying.
Okay.
Unrelated note, guys. I forgot to put a hat on, and
And
I'm
I forgot to
going
get a
hatless,
glass of water.
and I'm furious with myself.
We also have pizza on the way.
Yeah.
So
We do have pizza on the way, so it might be a little cut at some point.
right. All right, we'll go on to the next question.
Okay.
What topic are you most excited to talk about? But is there one that you have, or do you want me?
I don't know if there's one specifically. Like I'm excited.
We have so many.
Spoil like what we're doing in the future, like one of them, or do you care?
No, yeah, you
Or you
can.
want me to
No,
just-
yeah, you can spoil one.
The candle one.
Yes, that's the one. I
I
was
think the
gonna
one
say.
like
that's-
where we're just gonna sniff candles and decide which one's better. That one, I'm like, dude, I'm pumped for this one. I love
Actually-
candles.
Dude, that
No.
yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time I pass like
That'd be
like a candle like segment in like a store, I'm like, oh, we should buy some now.
We're just gonna like walk into the store, buy like 30 plus candles. and
That's
be
gonna
like,
be so
"Wow,
expensive.
You giving
It
these out?
is.
Maybe.
The other one
Do
I'm
you
actually
listen?
right.
Then no.
The other one I'm actually excited for, and I haven't written it down, but we always talk about it. Is we're gonna like record ourselves playing like a board game or two
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sometime.
I think we'll
That'd
just
be
kind of
fun,
chat
dude.
while we do it. And
Dude, that'll be fun.
That will be interesting to see how that goes.
yeah, that'll be a lot of rage built up.
Possibly, it just depends, I guess, on what we're playing. So
Flip the table.
Yeah.
right. All right, let's see another one. If you could start a podcast about anything else, what would it be about?
Candles.
Candles. I mean, I think we've kind of alluded it with the sports, but the sports one is so hard. Just
Yeah,
'cause-
I mean, I think you can do with sports, but you just have to broaden it
yeah.
to not just one sport. And I know we're mostly football guys.
Yeah.
I don't watch soccer. You watch soccer. You just got into basketball a few years ago.
A few years ago, so I wouldn't be able to talk like history.
So I
Like-
think it would definitely be hard, but I mean, obviously, me and John love sports.
Yeah.
So that would be something.
I mean, we could always do fantasy, but that's also so hard to do.
Yeah.
You just have to know stats off the top of your head. Then I'm not really a stats person.
That's where you have notes.
No, I know.
We
I
don't have
just-
notes. I mean, we kind of have notes in here, but
For this.
yeah, that's more like, I wouldn't say scripted, but you have a lot more notes
Yeah.
to doing that.
And I like listening to fantasy football people.
Maybe you
Like
do
they're
like,
actually dedicate their
Yeah.
time to it.
Yeah.
you could do like a movie one.
Movie review one.
kind of podcast.
Yeah, that'd
Even
be-
though like I suck at reviewing movies.
Yeah, and every time I listen to our movie reviews, I'm like, man, that was the
If
worst.
they're like, was it good? I'm just like, yeah, it was really good. I loved it.
Yeah.
And that's all I gotta say.
It's just hard. It's hard.
It's hard to not spoil.
Yes, it's hard to not spoil something, and especially if we're doing a movie. Every time we've done a movie, it's just one that's just came out,
Yeah.
and we're like, it's good. Thumbs up. Go see it.
It's just like,
Yeah.
I enjoy a movie. I don't
Right.
need to
I don't-
like go in detail about how good it was or what was wrong with
Right.
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just need to tell you.
I
yeah,
liked
it's
it
good.
for-
I liked it.
Yeah, exactly.
If I
So-
loved it, I loved it.
Right. So, but if we were doing spoilers, it'd be easier to do.
Yeah, that's
much.
true.
So, but yeah, movies would be good, TV shows and stuff like that, and we definitely will get to that on this podcast for sure. I mean, we've already done movie reviews, so yeah. All right. What are your favorite podcasts? Obviously this one.
I actually don't
No.
listen to a lot of podcasts. I've listened to the one you showed me, which was Pim's,
Yeah.
and I liked it. But I mean, I have time, but I feel like the majority of my time I do is doing other things.
stuff.
That you
So-
can't really listen
And
to
like I could
podcasts.
probably listen like while I'm baking or something,
Yeah.
or something like find time. But I'm always like, I like music, so
Mhm.
I would prefer just to like put some music in my ears and
Yeah.
just jam to it while I bake some cookies.
Right. Pat, what about you?
There's a podcast I listen to with Giuliano, not with him, but he told me about it. It's called the Ghost Runners podcast. It's just
Mhm.
two best friends that just talk about random stuff, and it's hilarious.
Hilarious. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, I
What?
got one though.
Oh,
What's that?
okay.
That one on TikTok, the two guys
Yeah.
who ask.
What
Oh,
is
the
it?
FRD.
Yeah,
the
those
FR
guys
Those guys are pretty
crack
funny.
me up.
They're
so
They're pretty
much.
funny.
They're so funny.
But I only ever watched their clips.
Yeah, I watched their clips are hilarious.
Their clips are pretty funny though. I actually listen to like a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, you're a hardcore
Podcaster. So I listen to the
podcast.
there's the Pims one that I found on TikTok. They're called Peak to Middle School, and I found them through TikTok probably about a year ago, and it's just two guys. They're based in Seattle, and they just kind of talk about like literally whatever. So
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting because they're not like celebrities or anything. So it's just kind of like
Mhm.
interesting to see, and it was kind of cool to see like their growth and stuff like that. And they didn't get super popular or anything, which actually they're kind of just ending now after 3 years.
Wow.
So it'll be interesting to see. Sad, but interesting to see. The other ones I listen to are there's like two fantasy football ones I listen to.
You need it.
Maybe it's just I just like listening to football talks. So that's really
Yeah.
why I listen
Yeah.
to it. Also,
Uh huh.
what else? I think maybe that's it actually. So I don't listen to.
Yeah, I'd never really listened to much until like Giuliano told me about this one, and I'm
Mhm.
like, that's really the only other one I listen to.
I
I've like listened to a few episodes of Rhett and Link. I
Oh,
listened
yeah.
to that a few, and I don't know. There was some other these videographers or whatever I listened to, but
Yeah.
they had like they did episodes whenever they could, so they only had like 10 over the course of like 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. I'd say I watch most of mine on TikTok. I get a bunch of
Yeah.
clips
Yeah.
of them. So
I don't understand, but there's a popular genre as far as podcasts, and it's like the true crime or like the murder mystery ones.
Yes.
I don't
Mm.
understand
I
why people like.
I mean, if you like
people are
mystery,
so
No.
into those.
No, but it's like super popular.
Yeah,
and
really.
it kind of
It's-
surprises
I
me.
might get into that. You know.
Maybe I could learn
Maybe
something.
maybe we hit one night and see see how it goes.
Yeah, and then like,
Maybe
I'm
we
looking.
do it for one of our podcasts.
We could rank other podcasts.
Oh,
Number 1, Rankaholics.
obviously. No, but yeah, podcast. It's
And that's it.
and that's it. It's kind of like the next radio, basically.
It very much so.
So, all right. Favorite concert? I know this kind of been. This is kind of random, but favorite concert you've been. Yeah, favorite concert you've been to.
John, like I think we both know what we're gonna say.
Yes, obviously the NF concerts
it
that
was
we've been to.
freaking
Now, do you have
awesome.
a favorite one?
The second one. Oh no, the first one.
That's
I
what
like
I
the
was gonna
first
say.
one because I don't know, it was smaller. so
Smaller,
you
we were
felt
closer,
and
and the NF got into the cage.
yeah, it was
That
it
was pretty
sick.
cool. Although the second one had some really good songs and stage setting and all that, so that was
Yeah.
really good.
That's like him going from a small stage to watching
Yes,
him
yes,
go to
yes.
a big stage was just
If you couldn't tell,
it's cool to see how like far he's come.
right?
But we're
NF
not
is
talking
our
about enough. We're talking about
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
concert guys.
NF's our favorite, or at least my favorite artist.
Patrick, do you have a favorite concert?
Fortunately, I've only been to one concert.
Was it good?
It was awesome. It was
Wait, I was gonna
Jordan,
say.
What was it?
Jordan Davis. May have heard of him.
Never heard of him. But I
Is he
like
indie? Is he considered indie?
He's considered contemporary country.
Contemporary. What is
so
contemporary?
it's kind of
country.
it's kind of like a mix of country and I don't
You know what the
like
other?
like when people say country, like the hardcore like country music.
Yeah.
It's not really
Not
that at all.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know, but he's like, I don't know. He's considered a contemporary country artist, which is
Mhm.
just, I don't know, more, not modern, but
Hmm.
I don't know how to describe it. But I went to that with Giuliano. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Okay. There's been one other concert that I've been to, and it was the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, that'd be a cool one.
And that one was really cool because
Yeah.
they do this whole like story of Christmas, and then they have all these lights playing, and then people like elevate onto like these single platforms, and they're like just playing the guitar
Yeah.
and stuff, and that was pretty cool.
Like when I was younger, I listened to like some of their songs or whatever, but I would like look up the concerts or like
Right.
the videos, and those were so cool because they put on a massive show.
Right. Yeah. No, my favorite. I love Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
Yeah.
and my favorite thing to do was like look up the like people's houses, like they have the lights that match with the music or whatever.
Those are cool.
Those are really cool to see. That's kind of like a bucket list thing
Yeah.
for me. Is
Yeah.
to like one day have my house like do
Yes.
that, but that's so hard.
Bucket
So
list.
much work.
Be worth it.
And
though.
like you have to deal with so many people just sitting
come
outside
in
your house.
Yeah, and then be like, hey guys, that's my house, and then
That's me.
that's me. So
I'll do that when I have 2 houses, and I'm like,
2
we'll live in this one for the winter, and we'll put on a show at the one we're not in.
yeah.
No, you know.
Have you only Jordan? Have you only been to the NF concerts?
No, the other concerts I've been to was like a bunch of Christian rock people. I went to Toby Mac,
Oh, you did? Okay.
which is cool. I think I was like really hoping because there's that one song NF's in with him.
Oh
but
yeah.
obviously he didn't go to that one. It would have been really cool to hear that though
Mhm.
from him. But I've been to a couple of those up in or over in Portland, which those were always fun to go to.
Yeah.
I think
Portland's that's a hot spot. I mean,
that's where we went
Portland,
for the
Seattle.
second NF concert and
Mhm. Lots of homeless people outside the.
people. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say something. I was like, nah, probably too
Oh,
gross.
okay.
Homeless people.
Portland's
Anyway.
fun.
We also only Portland's fun, but then we only went to the pizza place for dinner.
Same pizza place.
Same pizza place for dinner 3 times in a row.
I mean,
I
it
think
was,
we went
it
there
was
for lunch,
rockin'
too.
pizza, but guys, I got too much anxiety to go anywhere else.
Sam, at one point, like, guys, where do you want to go for dinner? And then we all looked at each other. Let's go to that pizza place. I don't remember what it was called, but it was
They
good,
always
though.
had that tip jar though, and they like ask you a question.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
They also this really cool theater where you sit and you can like eat and then watch a movie, or what was
Yeah.
it? Is that what it was? Or then there was like also like couches too, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool things.
That's what we saw the second It movie there, and another movie too.
No, we saw the Joker.
Joker,
Yeah.
but that was an actual movie theater.
That was an actual movie.
Yeah.
theater.
So, okay. Next question: do you believe in aliens?
This is a tough one, cause I think you guys do.
Uh,
For me, it's like, I don't believe. Like, what do you consider an alien?
Yeah.
That's the question. Like, what do you consider an alien? Like, it's just something on another planet, right?
yeah. I mean, that's
I feel like we would have seen something by now.
the thing about aliens is like, who got the idea for aliens? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
somebody had to come
Yeah.
up with the idea of other form. I mean,
Yes.
obviously, like somebody
like-
was like, oh, we can't be the only people in the
Yeah.
Right.
in the universe
Yes.
that live here. So there's got to be other beings, but then we haven't seen any.
Yeah. So it's like we have nothing to go off of.
Right, and then there's been like, there was the UFO sightings like came out
Yeah.
recently, but then it's like, how trustworthy are those?
Are they ever that? It's like they're all theories or like just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's no proven facts.
Right.
It's a picture. Anyone could Photoshop a picture
Oh yeah.
and make it look good.
Yeah.
So it's hard to believe that we haven't seen anything yet.
But do you truly believe we would have seen them by now if?
After this long, I feel like there would have been some like actual documentation of.
I mean, the universe
Something.
is pretty big, and we're
Yeah,
just
it's
spying.
pretty
Massive.
big. But like, we're the only like actual like living planet here that actually works.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not against the idea.
No, but I don't think I firmly believe in them.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's kind of like a
Thanks,
maybe.
man. Hold my hand.
Mm, that's what an alien would do, right there. I just had an idea for a podcast.
What, top
Rank
10
the
aliens?
planets?
Yeah, top 10 alien like in movies or
I'll do
top
it. Top 10 planets. Number 10, Pluto.
Earth.
Wait, there's not 10 planets.
There's
And
not 10
I know.
planets.
I know.
Well, we ranked the Harry Potter movies, and there were only 8.
No, I know.
That I shouldn't have said top 10. But
Sorry, Pluto's not a planet. I was kidding, guys.
I was gonna ask, do you guys think Pluto's a planet?
No, it's too small, dude.
No,
I actually saw a
think it is.
fact. I
And
saw a fact
I'm
today.
upset that they kicked it out.
Doesn't it have an actual orbit though? So like,
I don't know, but I saw a fact today that was like, Russia's landscape is actually bigger than the surface of Pluto. I was like, wow, poor Pluto.
Dang.
getting hate on.
That's small.
But doesn't Pluto have like an actual orbit around the sun?
Yeah. I
So
think
then
so.
why wouldn't it be considered a planet?
It's considered a dwarf planet.
I think just
So-
because the size of
the
it,
size of
right?
it.
Like
Yeah.
it
It's
does
not a
orbit around
true
the sun,
planet.
but it's
Yeah,
just
it's
too small.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pathetic.
People are weird.
I think it'd be.
Include him.
I'd include him. All right. Big question. Have you learned anything significant about yourself or each other since starting the podcast?
that we're all really cool people,
You know, I always thought that about myself.
and
So
we just kind of vibe off each other pretty easily on the podcast.
Yeah.
yeah, I would say so. I think this is like the longest as far as like, I don't know about you, Jordan, but I feel like this is the longest we've ever had like conversations. I mean, obviously
Yes.
me, you,
Yeah.
Pat, but like, whenever we have
Even just
conversations,
for an hour and a half at a
For an
time
hour.
or whatever.
Right,
for us,
right.
You know.
It's definitely a different setting seeing John Luca in this because I've never lived over, or I hadn't lived over here, and he's right. We never had these conversations. So seeing John Luca in this, like, I don't know, like seeing him like this,
the
where he's,
podcast setting, or are you talking about living in Washington?
I feel like you just taking charge sometimes in some things.
Oh
which is
yeah.
different for me. Like,
Oh. Yeah.
you know, he's really organized about, oh, let's do this for the podcast, this and this and this, and he's
Mhm.
like, he's super serious about it.
When it
And
when it's
he's, like,
something.
he's passionate about it.
Right,
and
right.
I
Yeah.
respect that.
Thank you. When it's
Thanks.
something that I care about,
You'll
then
put,
I
yeah.
will actually
Yes.
like. For example, for the volleyball tournament today
Yes.
that we did.
John Luca got mad at me when I tried to get for a spike when I shouldn't have.
Right. No, I just feel
Everyone
like
was kind of
if-
mad in the
if
those
nobody
last
is
games.
willing, if nobody's willing to step up and be like a leader, then
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if
It's
it
like
comes to sports.
Yeah. I feel you.
I've been like I'm really competitive. I'll represent the way, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm really competitive, so like I definitely get uneasy sometimes
Yes.
when I see a lot of consistent mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I've learned throughout the years to be more supportive
Yeah. Yeah.
with a lot of people because not everyone takes it
Yes.
the
Right.
same way. Like if you came up to me and like said that was really bad, that sucked, do better, I probably wouldn't take it good.
No. Yeah.
Yes.
But like if someone on the other team saying that, it's like completely different because I don't know
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
That motivates me.
Yes.
Trash talk.
Yes.
Trash talk
so
motivates you.
much. Trash talk. Oh,
Trash talk motivates me, but then also, I think it's just like not wanting to lose is what motivates me. So like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no
why I
one's
always try my
losing.
hard. You're right. But I don't. I'm not one to like give up.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And we didn't today.
No, we
We
didn't.
came
No,
back
we
strong in
didn't.
those games. Because that team before, like I heard one of them say,
Yes.
and that's why I was like telling you guys before we played.
The third,
think it was-
second.
They
Actually,
actually.
the second set, but like because we came in the huddle, I'm like these guys literally just said, "Let's make this quick. We got
an
this. This will be easy."
Yeah.
Like straight up said that,
And
and
that-
I
yes.
heard that, and I was like,
Upsets. Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Yes.
Oh,
Like, I'm
okay.
furious.
Let's show 'em,
I
let's
didn't
show
So
'em.
when we
that,
got
so-
killed, I was like, I'm ready for the second match.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm locked in. I'm focused. You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you pay.
And we showed up.
And you done effed up.
One of the hardest things for me as when I play sports is when I see other people make a mistake and then I think to myself, "Oh, I wouldn't have made that mistake."
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's-
you really would, though. Like, you've made those mistakes.
No, I've made those mistakes. Yes, I've made those mistakes.
Yeah.
But like in that situation, well, it's just I like put myself in there. I'm like, "Oh, I wouldn't have done that." Like, because it's easy to say that when you're watching
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're not. In
and you're
their
not actually
shoes.
playing. So
Yeah.
that's been one. That's sometimes that's why I get like mad a little bit easier because I'm like,
Same.
come on, like why would you?
That's
Yeah.
part of the growth I've kind of gone
Yeah.
through playing sports. Is like, oh wait, I've done this a million times. I've made that mistake. Like when Mariella was serving and she can get over that. I'm like, stop worrying about the hit you just
Right,
had,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
and focus on the next one and make
Yes.
it like that's the one you got to do mentally. You got to forget about the
Move
bad ones
past
and only
it.
focus on the good ones and like be
Mhm.
like envision yourself doing it.
Right.
Because every sport's a mental sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
mentally like that's what it takes is confidence in yourself. And if you don't have confidence, you're probably not going to play well.
Right.
Like I played a lot of basketball games in City League, and I was nervous pretty much every time. And it's like when I was playing, not like if Josh and Michael are listening to this, but like when I play Josh and Michael, they're really good. So like I feel like I'm not on their level.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when
Right.
I get more nervous if I play bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is when I play with you guys. Like that's why I don't like want to play
In-
when there's super
Yeah,
good people. I'm
it's-
like, I don't.
It's
Yeah.
tough, and you get those nerves. But like, and then Josh and Michael, you know, we talked about it, and they came up like, dude, we need you to shoot the ball. We know how good you are.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about it. I would
Yeah.
rather you take 20 shots, and like we get mad at you taking too many shots
Mhm.
than you not taking that many.
Right.
And that was like, that point I like clicked. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why
Fine.
with certain sports, like you just don't think, you just do
yeah.
basically, because if you overthink, you're gonna mess up. or anything.
I'm
So
checking the camera. Just keep going.
okay. So kind of back to the original question about what have you learned about yourself. I'd say for me is I've learned through this is that I'm actually a more creative person than I thought I would be. And so just because, you know, I'm constantly thinking about the podcast as far as ideas for episodes, or like even when we're getting ready to do an episode, I'm like, okay, how can I introduce us? How can I like, ask questions? Or
Definitely.
like I've thought more basically.
Yeah.
And so like
That's so true.
No, and even after when I'm like listening, or like I'll be like thinking back on the podcast, I'm like, oh, I should have said this, or like, oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Like for the pet peeves one, and I've said this to you guys.
Yes.
I've thought of more pet peeves afterwards. I've thought of, you know, more that's the worst situations and stuff like that. So it's kind of just like thinking, I guess, more than just like mindless.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking like the thing I found out about myself is I always thought I was like really boring and like couldn't continue a conversation. And like I'm like oh, what do I talk next? What do I say next? But it's like realize how easy it is when you're talking with like when I'm talking to you guys. I'm like I can easily continue a conversation. I can think of more things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's something I've learned.
Yeah.
Pat, have you learned anything? Not to put you on the spot.
I don't know of anything like specific, but I just like didn't know you at all until you moved here. And then like, when did you move here?
A few months ago.
So
actually,
when did you guys like
so
move
the
in?
beginning of May.
That's when you moved
It
in.
was
He moved here. He moved up here at the end of April.
Yeah.
And then
we moved into the place.
Okay.
Beginning of May.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I had like heard of
I met you at Sam's
stories. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sam's wedding.
But then like before that, like I just heard you or Juliano just talk about Jordan. But like I had never met you or anything, so I didn't know anything about you. But then you moved up here, and then it's like we started this, and now it's like
we see each other all the time. Message each other all the time.
I see him as much as I see you or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but no, this podcasting has like really worked out with you being over here and like hanging out. And then we've also like learned to like I think we've learned to explore new things. Yeah. Kind of slowly.
Yeah, very.
Especially with like for us Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue to explore new stuff, foods and all that.
Food, actually unrelated. I think I've gotten less picky since I moved here.
Less picky?
Dude, I just started like just eating stuff, dude.
Yeah,
stuff I don't like tomatoes.
I don't know why so many people don't like tomatoes.
Tomatoes? Have you been having tomatoes recently?
I had your mom, like, when she on the pizza, had the tomatoes. Those cherry tomatoes.
Oh, the cherry tomato?
They bomb.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes are good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Guys, I've been lied to my whole life.
I've been lied
by myself.
Now you need to have a BLT with a tomato on it.
BLTs are one of the best.
I got a BLT that one time. I tried it with the tomato. She's like, yo, I'll just take a BL. BLM because of mayonnaise.
Hey.
What?
Carry on.
So this one was who came up with the idea for the podcast, but we kind of already talked about that. And then, what's your dream travel location? Oof. This was Brianna. I'll say this one.
Great Britain.
This was Brianna.
I want to go talk British in England or something, and then probably get punched in the face by some Jabberwocky.
Anywhere specific?
I haven't like chose like specifically, but probably like England or like is Great Britain and England the same place or
Great Britain?
Or are they in the same area? I guess, or is Great Britain just like a big area?
Well, hold on. We're thinking of United Kingdom, because like the United Kingdom is like Scotland and Ireland.
Okay, yeah.
But Great Britain and England are the same thing, I think.
Are they? Okay, I wasn't
think
sure.
So.
Guys, don't judge me. I'll just say England.
Okay.
But I was thinking like New Zealand, do that Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of people that like Lord of the Rings always say New Zealand.
I think those are
not that I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Two spots I think I'd really want to go to.
Yeah. Okay. I would say I've said this a lot. Iceland.
Iceland,
cool.
Yeah.
Iceland would be really cool, just because like the scene. I've seen like some really cool like scenery there, and they also the other day there's a. I don't know if it's one day out of the year or whatever, but it's like a 24-hour day or 24-hour. The sun is always up.
Yeah.
Like day or whatever, and that's
I always thought that'd be so cool to experience.
Super trippy because it could be like 2 a.m., but it's like it feels like it's like 12. I'm like that would be the worst kind of, cause
You don't even, like, you're playing video games, you don't even realize.
Yeah,
like,
the sun hasn't gone down yet.
It would throw you off.
24 hours already?
What was the question again?
So it was, what's your dream travel location?
Travel location, so just to go to.
Yeah.
So probably a place you haven't been.
Because otherwise I would just say Italy all the time. Because I love Italy. So.
Because I think I would say Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Because it just seems so. What's going on
over
I
there?
had the worst leg cramp ever.
I was like,
oh my gosh.
Wasn't it earlier today you were telling Mariella that if you just are active in sports that you don't ever get cramps or
No,
get
she was
sore?
talking about soreness.
Well, that's kind of the same.
It's not. It's a leg cramp, guys.
It is.
I don't think I've ever gotten a leg cramp.
Really?
I don't get super sore anymore. But, I mean, I'll get a leg cramp every once in a while. Anyway, continue, Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that or Ireland, but I've been to Ireland, so it's like But Hawaii, it's amazing. It's beautiful, and it seems like it's just endless with like scenic and like hiking. It's just like it's
right.
Oh, man, I'd
I've
love
seen
to go there. I'd love to just go and live there for like a year or something.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty cool
Who's at our door?
pizza.
Pizza angel, please come to me. Did you get me one? No. Okay. No, I didn't. Why are there 3 boxes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you're hungry, I can
No,
give you
I'm-
like a slice. Or
I'm
something.
fine.
You sure? Okay.
You guys eat up. I'm gonna get water.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Our pizza came, so if it sounds cut at all, that's why. But anyway, we were talking about dream travel location.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, you said England.
England or New Zealand.
England or New Zealand, and then I said Iceland. And you said
Hawaii. Yeah.
Hawaii would be pretty interesting to see. I've seen some really cool like hiking spots.
Yes.
In Hawaii specifically. But
I'll go to Canada.
Canada. Hey, I've heard some pretty cool stuff about you. Went to Canada.
I went to Canada.
Yeah.
You
Quebec.
went to Canada?
Quebec and Montreal.
Nice.
It was, I mean, it's not like scenic or whatever, but like it was, yeah, I mean, it was.
Sebastian seemed to really love it.
It was a very fun trip, and like going into it, we didn't. I don't know. We had some
low expectations.
Well, no, but I mean, we were just like all kind of saying different places we wanted to go.
Oh yeah.
And Canada, it was like, oh, I'll go to Canada, but like, I don't know about everyone else, but like, it was such a fun trip.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized is that if you're like going with a group of your friends or whatever, it doesn't really matter where you're going, because if you're with the right people, it's gonna be so much fun.
Great freaking facts, Pat. No cap. No cap at all.
No cap, we said.
There was absolute cap on that.
You could be stranded on the side of the road, and
if you're with the right people, it's fun.
Maybe for me it'd be fun, but
in
then also
most
I think for me
situations.
I'd be stressed because that's the type of person I am. As like, okay, guys, let's focus up here or something like that.
I'd be like, relax,
bro.
We're good.
But then also if I'm not in charge, but there's somebody else in charge, okay, then we can
hold
chillax.
on. So would you rather go on a trip by yourself to New Zealand or with all your friends to Canada?
Canada.
I'd rather go with my friends to Canada.
Friends.
I don't want to go by myself to New England
or
New Zealand.
New Zealand?
New England. I mix them together.
I don't think I could be the type of person to travel
by myself
somewhere.
Dude, I can't even go to church by myself.
I can't go to bed by myself. Dude.
I can't.
Who are you going to bed with?
Juliana lives with me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
that was
Inappropriate, Pat.
Whoa. Family podcast.
I know you guys are like that. Okay. What is your number one goal in life at the moment?
Oh boy.
To get more followers on our podcast.
Follow us, guys, on Instagram and TikTok. Number one
goal.
Oh
just
my God.
to keep moving up. To keep moving up, basically.
Moving up. This is an honest answer here, guys. Just to continue building my relationship with Jesus, and that is the only thing that matters.
I'd say it's pretty good.
Straight facts, no cap.
Straight facts, no cap.
If you put cap on that, we send it back.
Take it back.
It's not a visor.
Take back your cap. T-shirt idea.
Take back the cap. No, I mean that obviously all the time, but I'd say just to like keep as far as like job, just to keep moving up and
that's always
never slow down, never stop.
Never stop. Always improve. Not always improving on yourself, which is good to do that, but like I don't know, just to be a better person. I feel like that's always a goal, to be better the next day.
I don't think I could ever truly be a good person.
A good person?
Yeah.
What do you
I
mean?
feel like there's like always bad things about everyone.
I mean,
There's, like,
no one's perfect.
No,
but
I'm not saying perfection, but like
But you don't think you could ever be a good
I
person?
feel like in general, like,
On
and
the
I'm not
spectrum,
saying like
good is
bad as in
lower.
you're like a terrible, like horrible human being, but like I feel like everyone's kind of a bad person in some ways, even if they don't admit it. There's things they've probably
Yes.
done,
Yeah.
or do. But I mean,
But that
everyone
doesn't
makes
make you a
mis-
bad
That
person.
doesn't make you
No.
right.
No, that's not. I'm not saying you're a bad like in that
A bad
way.
person. So you can't say no one's ever like entirely.
We're all
I mean,
the
obviously
same.
no one's entirely good.
Perfect. Yeah.
But
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying
I-
we're like all kind of.
So
the
if
same.
somebody says, "Oh, that's a good person right there," you'd be like, hold on."
Yeah.
Hold,
I'll
hold,
say this.
Hold
Yeah.
up.
There's no one better than anyone else.
Yeah.
That's how I
We're
look
all-
at this.
I mean, we're all equals. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's the easiest way to look at that.
I guess that's an interesting viewpoint of that. Like, I don't know. I'd say there's people that are more compassionate, which was what I would consider to be somebody good.
I think there's qualities people have more of
Right.
than other people, but
Like I could say Giuliano is probably a more good person than me.
wow.
If that makes sense, bad person.
Uh-huh.
I would say.
Wow.
I'd say, but that's just an example. I'd say, like I know there's probably a lot of people, but like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I could say there's a scale.
Yeah, I can't. I'm on the same level.
I'm not saying everybody's on the same.
I
level as
view
me.
everyone on the same level as me.
I don't like seeing someone better, or I don't like seeing someone as better than me or worse than me. That's just not how I look at things. I can't look at things that I don't want to look at things that way.
Yeah. That's a good
Is that-
mindset to have, I think.
Yeah. Is there like
Because
a
then you're just judging the person below you.
Yes. Yeah.
right for sure?
And then
And
you think the
you're-
person
and
above
then
you
the person above
judging
you-
And you're not really ever happy because you're just constantly like
You're thinking about all these
looking
things
at
and
everyone
comparing
else,
yourself.
and you're not.
But I wouldn't say. I'd say if you're doing that, then obviously then you're worried about the wrong things.
Yes.
I'm not worried that I know there's better people than me, but that doesn't
It's
like
like-
worry me.
Yeah.
Because I know to myself I'm a good and I'd say I'm a good person in general.
Yeah.
And like with stuff, I mean, but
No, you're a jerk.
yeah,
Friggin' butthole.
Freaking
I'm
ball.
the meanest. Like I know I have like good qualities and like I have a general compassion and stuff like that for people. So
I'm just throwing a hot take out there, guys.
Hot take.
hot take. Yeah, no, I've never heard that kind of before as far as like a viewpoint. So I don't know. Interesting.
Hmm.
Don't really know where to go.
That was your
Sorry.
hot take?
No, not for me. Maybe for some other people.
Yeah. Pat, is there anything life goal or number one goal right now?
I think my ultimate goal is to reach peak happiness
Peak happiness
in this life.
in this life.
Just like, because you can aim for material goods or whatever, like your status or maybe it's money or, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
house, family, whatever. But it's like, yeah, which I guess is very broad, but just like, yeah, just to reach peak happiness where you're just like content and you're just like, this is perfect. Like, I don't need anything else. I am the happiest I can be.
I would have to say that, and I think
Yeah.
is there like a idea in your head of what that looks like?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that could go branch off a bunch because then it's like,
right.
oh,
'Cause
that's my goal, or all these things
hold on,
are.
because that popped in my head because
Uh-huh.
like I'd say that for me too, and I'd say a life goal at the moment is to like love myself better, is to like do things by myself,
Yes.
like be okay with that, because
Yeah.
because I always feel like I have to do something with someone.
and then when
instead
you're
of-
by yourself, you're like, you
Wait,
just
I
don't
don't
do
mind-
anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't mind being by myself, but it's like I think it's going to do activities
Yes.
by myself.
Yeah. That's
And it's hard for me to do that.
I
Horrible.
feel
at
the
it.
exact same way. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to, and it's like,
Because I feel like
I
I'm
want to
ju-
be
being
doing
ju- I
something
feel like I'm
with
being
someone
judged.
else.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm being judged.
Yes.
Is it
I
just
feel
random
you.
things or things you like to do?
It
Like,
random
you went
thing,
to go
like-
play soccer. Just
Yeah,
hit
so
the
I went
ball
to go
around.
play soccer, and that was actually really hard for me to do.
Just to go out by
To
yourself.
go out by myself and
Yeah.
just be alone.
Yep.
And stuff like that. But like, what's funny is like we do that all the time when we go grocery shop. Like when I go do random grocery shopping or like other stuff that is
Yeah.
required. You do that by yourself. I'm
So-
driving alone by myself all the time.
I used to, and I'd say in the last few months or whatever, gotten better. But just like, because I used to constantly care about what other people thought, but I realized like they don't care at all. And it's like you have to look at it, because you could be out like in the store or whatever, and it's something you're grabbing off the shelf or what you have in your cart, and it's like, oh, what do people think? But it's like you're not thinking that about them.
Right.
You're not seeing everyone else and judging. So it's
sometimes
like you.
though.
Well, yeah. I mean,
like
it went completely out of the ordinary.
When you were at the store, sorry to cut you off,
You're
Pat,
fine.
but when you were at the store and you said there was that lady with I don't remember the item.
All the Cheez-Its?
All the Cheez-Its, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's still
Now,
like-
if you do something like that, then
Yeah.
maybe. But
Well, yeah. It's
yeah,
walking through the store with
Mhm.
a
no, but that
alien costume.
that makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I just realized it's like no one cares. Like people genuinely don't care at
Right.
all.
No.
And it's like, so then it's just like you have to keep telling yourself, you're just like, why am I so worried? No one cares. Just like do your thing and don't be
Mhm.
worried. That's something I've
right,
realized
Your
and
mind's
keep
always
reminding
gonna play
myself.
tricks on you and tell you that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like the hardest obstacle to go over is that.
Yes.
And
So-
telling
Yes.
yourself why are you worrying about
Yeah.
something so
Yeah.
this tiny.
So tiny. It's like,
'Cause,
it's
like,
not.
I have a
yeah.
hard time golfing by myself.
yeah.
But when I
can feel
do, I tend to meet new people because they usually pair me with
Yes.
somebody, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I get to meet somebody.
right, and
And
then
I'm
talk
like,
to
do I
them.
want to meet somebody?
Yeah.
But both times or a few times I've done it, love the person I played
Mhm.
with.
Yeah. And even if it was like I don't know, a weird person or whatever, it's like a bad experience, then it's like you learn or you have a story to go and tell other people, or like
Right.
Yeah.
it's still, and it's like, oh, I'm kind of glad that happened. I was talking with some people last night, and we were all talking about like our best experiences and then our worst experiences, and
In
someone
life?
yes,
Okay.
and someone talked about one of their worst experiences, but they said like in a way it made them want to like do it again.
mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like that where it's just like I didn't like that, but like I kind of miss it,
Mm-hmm.
or I kind of, I'm glad it happened at least.
No,
For
that
sure.
that it's so true, because every time something that has either like bad has happened to me personally, or something like that I didn't hope that it like, or it didn't work out the way I wanted to, it always has worked out better. And like I can look back and be like, oh, I'm actually glad how this turned out.
Yes, I'm glad it happened. And
Mm-hmm. But like also the other thing is like I was shopping by myself yesterday, and I was making myself laugh because of how like stupid I looked from buying all that, because I had a bunch of waters, and I was like, I had to go and find a basket and then come back, and I
Yes.
just started throwing them
Yeah.
all into I just started laughing at myself because I
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
yeah,
So
where you're like, I don't need a basket, and then you like
Yeah,
look
and
like
I
a
was, like,
fool.
done that
You think you
before.
look like a fool
Yeah.
going back, and it's
like
like
carrying everything around like this.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah, would it be?
what are you guys looking
Right,
at?
right.
Yeah, I don't need a basket, okay?
or sometimes when I'm buying certain things, I just think it's funny, and I'll start laughing to myself. But it's like if you can laugh at yourself,
Yeah,
then I think
yeah.
you're okay. But yeah, no, one of the hardest things and I've talked about it, how much I want to do it, is like to go and like get coffee by myself and just sit and like
Yes.
write, like read the book or books that I have and stuff like that.
Get myself aesthetic.
Get myself. It's for the aesthetic.
Maybe take a cute Instagram.
Also,
pic.
no, yes, exactly. Actually, the hardest thing is like, so I like.
Look at my story, guys.
Yeah.
aesthetic.
I need more messages on my story.
Hashtag me time.
Hashtag- I'm having
Working
some
on myself.
No, I like posting.
I don't need anybody.
I have myself, and that's really what matters. No, I like posting on my story and like showing it off with people. But the other thing I think is like it should be a challenge is to not post what you're doing.
Yes. Yes.
And I know it's a lot easier for
It's-
people, but like for me, I like posting what I like
Yeah.
showing people what I'm doing. So like
It's definitely a challenge to.
Apparently, I'm depressed when I post a lot. So
no, look.
according to John Luke and Sam,
Sam
I'm
or
depressed.
Jordan started posting like a lot of stuff, and I was like, I told Sam, I was like, dude, I saw this thing where like if you post a lot, like stories or post something, it means you're kind of depressed. And so I asked Jordan when he got home, and I was like, so are you depressed? And he's like, why? He's like, you've been posting a lot lately.
Science
I
says.
told him like, wow, maybe it's because I'm happy. You ever think about that?
No.
Is it?
Yes, I'm very happy.
And then
Good.
the next day, so
Prove science wrong.
Good
for you.
Prove science wrong.
What science is this? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I don't know if it's science. I said that though.
Do you see how much he's posted? He must be depressed.
Look, I know you want to practice your British.
That was not my British. That was like my
Oh.
scientist voice.
That wasn't.
My British is much better than that.
No.
Okay.
Chip chop cheerio, my chip chop.
Moving on.
All right. No, that was a really good question. though.
Wait, I thought
Oh.
there was something else I was gonna. I don't
Yes.
know.
You haven't.
I
added?
can't go back to it.
That was a really good question though.
That was.
That was
What
a
was the
great
original question?
It was.
Oh,
What is
your
your number
goal?
one goal in life at the moment?
That
To
was
be-
a
you-
good question.
Quick question, and we said, and I kind of agree with Pat, is like to reach peak or
Yeah.
not. I don't know if there's a peak, but to
I
be
th-
happier than I am
So
right
I
now.
definitely like. I see in this life, like I could reach a stage where like you're the happiest, or I'm the happiest I can be, and it's
Right.
like, you know, with the people, whatever, and it's like, yeah, I don't need anything else. I think in my eyes, I see a spot, or I see a place in this life where I could reach
Mhm.
peak
I feel like
happiness.
using the word peak is, in a way, kind of scary, because then if you, let's say, reach your peak, then it's just downhill from there.
Yeah.
But how will you ever know where your peak is?
Right. That's
You'll
true.
never
But
hit
then,
that.
but then, if you, I mean, that's why I think the word peak
Yeah.
is not. I don't know if it's the right word, because then that means you've reached some level, and that means it's just gonna get worse.
Okay, I have a question. What's
Essentially.
more important to you, happiness or peace?
Happiness would be. I guess it kind of. I feel like if you
Or do you think that
if you
goes
reach
hand in
peace,
hand?
then you reach happiness. Happiness.
I feel.
I'd have to think about this for a while
Yeah.
in silence, but
In silence.
Silence.
And we're like, it's like we're about to end the podcast. Happy.
I
It's just
got
like
it.
30 minutes of silence, and we're just okay. So we finally figured it out.
Pat or Jordan really stumped us with the question there.
Ooh.
peace or happiness.
Peace or happiness. I feel like you can get both.
Can you
I
have
feel like
one?
Once
can
you get
have
one, then you can get the
Can
other.
you have one without the other?
Can you have one? Yeah. Because I feel
I
like
think
I
you
feel like there's
can't.
times
I
you
don't
can
think you can.
choose to be happy though, or make yourself happy. I guess.
But you're not at peace.
you're not.
But you're
I-
not at peace truly. But you're like
But then
you're,
does-
But
you're
then
taking
I-
in these things that you think will make you happy.
But then I don't think that's like genuine happiness, because you're kind
Fake
of like
happiness, yeah.
you're kind of
Okay.
like making yourself happy,
Mhm.
even though you're not like, it's not like you're despite whatever's going on, like you're trying to convince yourself that you're happy.
Mhm.
Okay, let me throw something at you.
Okay.
You can be in
Wait.
peace,
I'll catch
but
you.
you can still suffer. So are you happy when you're suffering?
Hold on.
If
Hold
you
on.
have
Hold on.
peace.
Slow down. Restart.
You want to restart the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat wasn't really thinking.
No, it was going so fast, and I was like,
Whoa,
Okay.
hold on, throwing a lot of
Yeah.
information at me. He just said he was gonna throw it
You
at you.
can have peace, but still be in suffering at times. So are you happy, or I guess do you have happiness when you're suffering at those times? Like, are you like, do you have a sort of happiness because of the peace, or you're like, okay, I'm kind of sad right now, you know? Or did I word that correctly?
No, I
trying
understand
to
your
process
question.
it.
I understand your question. I think it boils down to the situation. I feel like for me, I mean, I can't really give a specific situation, but that's what I think it kind of boils down to as far as between happiness and peace. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's kind of just where I see this question.
I'm
sorry,
a little
sorry
lost.
to hit you with a deep question.
I'm
guys.
no.
No,
I
it's
love
hard. It's a
this.
hard question because then you have to think about, okay, well then what's peace, or what's
Yeah.
peaceful?
So
what's,
I'm a little lost with your last thing, but I think the peace and happiness thing, I don't think you can find true happiness until you're at peace. Final answer.
I can agree.
because
with
but
that.
because but then isn't it saying once you find true peace, then you have true happiness, or yeah.
Yeah.
So then you would have both.
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand.
Yes. So that's kind of answers your question.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm like, if I'm like truly happy. Like I can't say all the time, obviously. But like I can be peaceful and still not be happy
Yeah,
at times
yeah.
with the
So
situation.
then it only works
Okay.
one way. Then is basically what we're saying. Is that once you're peaceful, then you're happy. Yeah.
I think you need
find
peace to
happiness.
have the happiness.
Yes, but you
Yes.
can't do happiness to find peace.
Yeah, I guess
Right.
that's one way of putting it. We're gonna
Yeah.
confuse everybody.
Yeah.
I'm tripping my mind out
It's
right
a
now.
deep
We're like, wait a
episode,
minute, hold on.
guys.
It's like the time travel part, you know?
Wait, so if you do,
Yeah.
If you go back in time to get peace, do you have happiness in the
Okay,
future?
but was Snape good or bad?
So good.
Okay. So
Are
this
you
is
gonna
be
continue the Instagram?
continuing?
pic-
Yes, I have more.
Okay, 'cause I'm gonna shorten
let
how
me
many
just say-
questions I ask you guys then. 'Cause
Okay.
I know the time's probably running pretty.
We're at
Hey,
about
this
50
could-
minutes.
Okay. This is gonna be kind of different topic than what we've been talking about. But what is the first game that got you into video games? Now, Pat, this doesn't really pertain to Pat.
Skip.
Super Mario Bros.
The first Super
Very
Mario
first one on a Nintendo, not a Super Nintendo, but
Okay.
Nintendo.
Okay.
That was the first one I can think of as far back as to what I first played.
Mm-hmm.
I played something before that, but the memories
Or maybe
are
watch somebody.
the memories are kind of gone at that
Right.
point, and so
The first one for me is Super Mario Brothers 3 on the when I played on the Game Boy.
yeah, you were too young. On the Super Nintendo.
And Giuliano and I both had it. We both had Game Boys and we both had that game. So that one was a lot of fun. Actually, he had Super Mario World. And I think that's what
That's a
he
good
might
one,
say.
too.
That would be his first game. Like I'm into games, and we don't play as much anymore. But New Super Mario Brothers 3 for sure. Pat. Just kidding.
No, yeah.
No games.
Next question.
Yeah.
Just because
This one's another video game one. Did you ever get in trouble playing games too late, or do you have any funny stories? Or
I got in trouble for playing Call of Duty when I was too young.
okay, yeah.
But did I still play it? Heck yeah.
How old were you?
I don't know, like 10, 9.
Jeez.
They're like, there's blood coming out of them. Yeah, because I shot him with a bullet.
Yeah.
What were you expecting?
Yeah, Mom.
Him to say, "Oh, thanks, man."
He died.
So I know I gotten not in deep trouble, but like trouble from playing like Call of Duty or Halo when I was younger. But then question, Jordan, did you ever get caught playing video games too late, like at night?
Are you kidding me? I'm the sneakiest
Dude,
little man.
Same. I
ever.
never got caught once.
You know what's really funny? Is I was trying to sneak it, and then when I was on swing shifts and I was living with my parents, they would come. My dad would they wake up at 3:30 and
Yeah.
4 a.m. I'm out there playing video games on my PS4. I think I was playing like Apex with some coworkers, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Hey, how's it going, Jordan? Good morning. You going
Oh
to
my
bed soon?" I'm
gosh.
like, "Yeah, I'll get to bed soon."
Oh my
They just don't
gosh.
care.
Right.
I'm like, "Why couldn't you do this when I was younger?"
Exactly. No,
That's
I
younger.
never got caught.
Because I was in
So
school.
I have a couple funny stories. So when we were younger, Giuliano and I shared the same room, and the room next to us was like the office where my mom would like
The
work or
office?
whatever. And so, like at nighttime, it's a school night, so we'd have to go to bed. But then Giuliano and I would both be playing games. At least I would be playing like my DS or my Game Boy or 3DS.
And
I-
Giuliano wasn't because you said he was better than you. He's a better person. than
better,
you.
yeah, sure, better person. Not better than me at video games, but
Way better video games.
but I would always play, and then I would like barely turn on the sound on my Game Boy or whatever, and then
Yeah.
but I was really good at like listening to when the door would open, and so I knew once the door was open to close the Game Boy or the DS and just wait it
Yep.
out for like 2 minutes
Wait it out.
or a minute, and the door would open every now and then to see.
Oh man.
And then I would wait for the step to go up the stairs, and then even then I would still wait at least like 30 seconds
Yeah.
just in case, because and that's probably
'Cause
why
it's-
I never got caught.
They're a two-person team, It's like
Yeah, right,
walk
right.
upstairs and then.
Exactly, and even there's been times where there was close calls where I didn't have enough time to close my DS or my Game Boy, so I would
Oh,
like
yeah.
literally flip it over and slam it on my bed, and then the screen was definitely on, but it was like
Pretty dim.
Right.
yeah. So
Yeah, me and my brother would be like, we were in separate beds, and we'd be like picto-chatting each
Oh,
other
yeah,
late
yeah.
at night, just drawing pictures.
the other
Not
funny
gonna say what we drew.
right. Okay, I never was really into PictoChat as far as
well,
DS.
you were a weird kid, so
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was a thing until now.
PictoChat.
I never
Oh,
heard
yeah.
of it.
If you had two DSs, you could just like
Yeah.
go to this app or whatever,
Oh,
and then
okay.
like talk to each other. The other funny story I have is when like it would get late at night, and I would be like, okay, I'm going to bed. I would like since we had a bunk bed, and when we had a bunk bed, even when we didn't have a bunk bed and the beds were separate, I would put my DS next to me instead of putting it on the ground or whatever. So, and I would forget that it was there. So in the middle of the night, if I woke up ever, I would smite my hand, and I would just hear this loud bang, and the whole DS would
Yeah.
like fall off my bed or whatever. And then it just occurred to me the other day, I'm like, that's probably why my shoulder buttons stopped working after a while. But
I was gonna bring up a story. Remember that one time I threw the DS at Garrett?
I always remember that.
Dude,
Like
I
it
made
always
him-
comes up.
I made him bleed. I made my brother bleed so bad because I was angry, and I threw I think it was in the case still.
Yeah.
It was still in the case, and it hit him in the head, and that man was
I
like,
thought it was in the eye. I thought it was toward
he
the
looked
eye.
like, what's that movie, like Carrie or something like that? You got the blood all over.
I don't know.
Dude, it was bad. Your mom was so pissed at me.
Yeah, I remember that because it was at our house.
Sorry, guys.
He deserved it.
Okay, hold on. Question, because we still kind of debate on this. Me and Juliano, was it inside or outside that happened?
That was inside.
Okay.
That was next to the couch.
Yes, I remember. See, I knew my memory.
It's a
was
very
right.
vivid memory for me.
Right. Yeah.
It's when I finally become the alpha in the family.
So I was gonna ask you a question, and this would be kind of kind of. Did you ever get into any fights with your brother or over video games?
This isn't a question. We'd beat the crap out of each other over stupid stuff like that.
Stuff.
I couldn't. Okay, there's times like, okay, I'm kind of done playing. He would get mad if I quit.
If you quit.
Like, he doesn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I'm done.
Right.
You're a cheater.
Wow.
Maybe you're not, but I think you're a cheater.
Right. See, Juliano would get mad if I was done playing outside, but like that's where they would end, and then I'd go inside.
Yeah.
But as far as video games goes, yeah, Juliano and I definitely got into some fights, especially like over Super Smash Brothers, because we at one point
It
like
wasn't games like that, but it was probably like, who gets to be first player?
no, dude, I was always first player.
Age.
You know,
I was
age,
I was the
oldest.
same way when I
So
yeah.
what? You were always first player, or
No, it's just like, I don't know if when I was over your house, I always wanted to be first player. Just like whenever I'm at someone who's like younger than me, I'm like, no, I'm first player. Get out of here. I don't care if you own it.
Right. But no, Juliano and I would definitely fight over Smash Brothers. We have fought over Rocket League.
Oh man, we've had some fights, man.
But now when we play if we play Rocket League, we just laugh if one of us messes up.
Dude, John like a screw the pooch.
Yeah, see? No,
I left in the middle of a game one time, just turned on my PS4.
we've had a couple. It's happened more than once. I think 2K also.
Oh, we all get mad at each
But
other.
we all
at
get mad at
2K.
each other for 2K, especially like when it's Michael, Josh.
We dog John Luca the most, and
Yep. Yeah, like, John Luca, why you try to dunk on 3 people?
Okay.
And then like Jordan will do the same thing. Like, oh, dude, I messed up my time.
I have a higher dunk rating, so
yeah, see, that's what he'll say. So, but I can definitely say now, I don't think I'd get into any fights over video games because I'm not really into video games. Like, I am into video games, but like I just don't.
I don't
play
play
them
as much anymore. Yeah.
I don't have time. There's other stuff now,
Yeah.
so. Plus, it just doesn't. It's not like back then. That was like the thing I look forward to the most. So like.
Yeah, I don't have as much enjoyment in it
Right.
as I used to,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it's just the quality of games that have came out or it's just like I've just gotten older and I just don't care as much anymore.
Yeah.
Or I just only like playing with like you and
Right.
Josh and Michael.
Party games, or like even now, it's just like I'd rather watch a TV show or something than play video
honestly.
games. It also just sucks when your internet's not as good.
Well, I'm plugging Ethernet, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm not, so that's kind of also why.
Next
Do we have
question.
anything else to say as far as like video game stories? What was your first like? I don't know, like interaction with. What was your first system that you had?
Nintendo.
Oh, it was Nintendo. What
Yeah.
about?
I went from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, and then to GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
We skipped Nintendo 64, which is a solid system, by the way. But I
Yeah.
think GameCube is one of the best
Mm-hmm.
out of all Nintendo ones. And
Right.
then to Wii, I had a PS1, had a PS2, PS3, so on and so
Right.
forth. But don't care about Xbox. Whoever
Yeah.
owns one's a loser. So not a hot take, by the way.
Although that's why I played a lot. I played a lot of Xbox at my friend's house.
I
How's
love
it going?
Halo. I'll say that.
What?
I like playing Halo.
Okay.
Like there's all these like custom games people make.
oh
you play
yeah,
online.
yeah.
Those
I hate-
ones are fun.
I just remembered. So technically, I did get caught playing video games, but not from my mom. It was only at Sebastian's house, and then we would try to play Xbox in the middle of the night, and the thing was so loud
Yeah.
that we thought we were being sneaky. But then his mom would come run in or like open the door, go back to bed, and like dang it, we got caught again. But I don't know. That happened quite a bit. So we got caught at his house.
I mean, I got video games taken away from me for a month.
Really?
I don't remember why, but it was like, oh, you can get some spankings, or
Oh my gosh.
or it's either spankings or we take it away for a month. And I got spankings, and they still took it away for a month. So I'm like, you guys gypped me, man. This is some trash.
If I ever got grounded, like from like my game board, yes, I always found it, and I was always able to sneak it back. And
Dude, that's like when
You
my
couldn't
mom
keep that
hides
thing
food
away
away
from
from me. She'll like, I used to eat my mom's like, she'll like buy chocolate for baking and stuff like. Dude, I'd down it if I found it. She always tried to hide. I'm like, you can't hide it from me.
yeah,
I can
haven't done-
smell that.
I can smell that thing. Funny stories. what were we talking about before? I don't remember.
Let's go to the next question.
So that's actually it for the Instagram
Okay.
questions. So
No cap.
So
We
what,
now
how much
have-
time we have right now?
We're at about an hour.
So I might just go through a few maybe.
and just go. I mean, until you don't really have any more. I mean, we might have some. So
You want me to hit you with one?
go through your whole list.
You want me to
Or
go through my whole list?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you could describe yourself, this is for Gianluca, in 3 words, what would they be?
In 3 words, great. I feel like I'm at.
This is a question.
This
I
is
feel
an
like
interview I've had, or a question I've had in an actual interview. This is
No.
my biggest weaknesses or
They're
my
a-
strengths.
Are actually
also.
my strengths. Strengths. If I could describe myself in 3 words.
Yes, that's what I said.
I mean, I think I'm funny, so I would say funny.
Yeah.
Understanding. Yeah, I'd say so. And loyal. Definitely loyal for sure.
Dude.
It's
Ladies, we got some loyal ones here, okay? I just need you to know that.
but it's not even to like it's not even to people. Well, it's like to it's not even just to people. It's like to ideas and like and stuff like that. So
Same thing, woman. Same thing. You know what I'm saying?
you know.
Gianluca's he's a bachelor over here, man.
Facts. Okay. So yeah, that's how it.
All right. I got how
Would
would
you
you
hold on? Actually, would you disagree?
No, I wouldn't
No,
disagree.
okay. Okay. I don't think you're understanding at all.
Yeah, he doesn't understand me ever. It's like I'm speaking a different language to him.
Right.
How would you describe your personal style? This is one I was really excited to ask you because I feel like
it's gotten better, but
you've gotten drippier throughout the years.
it's
is the
gotten
word I'd
better.
use.
It's gotten better, but it's not where I still want it to be, and that's only because
It's evolving.
it's evolving. Yeah, and the only reason is because like, and I've been wanting to. I wanted to go start like working out more and stuff like that because I feel like you can have better style once you're
More toned.
more toned, or I don't know. I just feel not even toned, just bigger because I'm a pretty skinny guy. So like,
Yeah,
I'd say if
we're all
you're
pretty slim.
what? No, yeah,
Right?
we're all slim, but like, there's a different kind of as you hold your stomach, there's a different kind. So like, I would say, well, what the words describe style? Good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's getting better.
I
The
think
only thing that's holding me back is money.
I think you're expanding
Yep.
yourself
Yep.
with new
Yes.
things, which is cool. So you're trying new things on, and you got that stately thing, which
Yes,
you
that-
get
that
that
would be
every
That's
month, which is
cool.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you trying new things will help a lot.
Yes, and the
And
only
I-
thing that's holding me back is like
Yes.
I can't buy everything that I want, and
I
so
feel ya.
like, and then once I've like worn all the clothes, I'm like, shoot, now everyone has seen this. Now I
People
know.
don't care.
I wish
People
I
don't,
could-
but then I have to remember, people really don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like.
It's like, oh, you wore that shirt last time,
that's what
Yeah.
I mean.
I don't
I'm
have
like,
endless money.
right?
I
yeah.
feel like
my
I'm
back.
too simple sometimes with like what I wear. And, like every time my brother would buy me something, it'd be something like of his style.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wouldn't wear it, but like I've worn it. More stuff he's given me now, and I'm like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
I look kind of nice.
Right.
I look at myself in the
No.
mirror, dude. I'm like,
Yeah. It's
that's,
okay,
that's a looker right there.
I kind of have a follow up question for you, and this will be for you too, Pat.
Okay.
Do you think you have a better style in the summer or the winter?
Winter.
Winter. I think winter for me.
100.
My summer style has not reached its peak yet.
Yes.
But my fall style is gonna be drippy with the new shoes I just bought. So
Oh
I'm really
my gosh.
pumped actually, guys.
Yeah,
You don't
Jordan's-
know that fall only lasts like 3 weeks in Spokane.
Dude, it'll go into the winter though. They're joggers.
No, yeah. I'm wearing lots of joggers. No more thighs once it gets to winter time.
Dude.
We all know you're checking the thighs out, guys.
Yeah, guys.
Every time. That's the only time I'm really thinking. Like, guys, the thighs are holding us back.
Thigh guys, man.
Thigh guys.
All right. Next question. What is your most embarrassing moment?
Cool. Solid
I've been
question.
asked this before, but it's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
There's plenty.
Can I
so.
say any? Yeah, there's been plenty. I do stupid stuff
Our new
every week.
segment.
I do stupid stuff every week. So, I'd say, this is gonna be kind of exposing myself, but anytime I've had like, well, not anytime, because that's gonna really set me up bad. But like when I've had the crushes that I've had in like middle school, like some, and stuff like that, when that comes back up in conversation, like that is just
Yeah.
so awkward.
You're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, how
And,
embarrassing.
like I said that.
All right. I have a story to tell after you're
Oh
done.
gosh. Well, I mean that's kind of it basically.
Okay.
So it would be like anytime I had a middle school crush, and then just
Anything I
No,
ever
for
did
sure.
in junior
That's
high
super-
or high
it's
school
weird.
or middle.
yeah.
But I had a middle school crush. And
No way.
I asked her to a dance and she rejected me. So then the next dance came along and I was persistent.
There you go.
This girl was a babe. I had a thing for gingers in middle school, so
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's why I like Emma Stone, guys.
Hermione.
But
yeah, Hermione.
she ginger?
No.
She's not ginger.
No.
Anyway, so I tried to get in the next dance, and she
Yeah.
I was writing a note, and I was like, "Hey, you wanna go to this dance?" And she goes, "I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "Oh, can you ask him?"
Oh my gosh.
And I've had so many people bring up that story. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I know it
Right,
sounds
right.
stupid. It was.
That's
it was
funny.
worth try, guys.
You know what? If I was like, you were kind of in the situation where it's like, okay, I don't think it's really gonna happen, I would throw that out there, just like ease it, or just like comedic relief, or just like you're kind of like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Be like, oh, you wanna ask him? Like,
I'm gonna ask him.
I could see myself pulling.
That was
that.
serious, Pat.
I know.
I don't care at the.
Yeah, I know. This was a while ago.
Well,
It was my younger years. I've glowed up a lot.
glowed up.
I used to only have buzz cuts, guys.
Glue up. This is the
Glue up.
past tense.
Glued up.
I glue
Glued
up.
up?
I glue.
Oh. Is that really? Is that
No,
really?
I made
oh.
that up. I don't know.
Okay. No, I'll say a funny story. I once told a girl that she had the body of an angel, but that was middle school me. So,
Have you ever
Uh,
seen a
and
real
everyone
angel?
that know-
They have a lot of eyes.
and everyone that knows this person, or anyone that's listening and knows who it is, you'll get a good laugh out of that.
Sorry.
That's funny.
Anyway,
You'll have to tell me who it was off. The
I will tell you
podcast.
off the
I could
podcast.
probably, yeah.
Anyway, all right, you could probably go to the next question.
Is there anything you wish? I don't know if you had a question similar. Is there anything which you could change about yourself? No body parts, obviously.
Anything I
Not
could wish
talking
I
about physically.
anything I could change. Yeah, super ripped. I would say if we're doing personality trait, I would say I wish I was more or less lazy. That would be personality trait.
So
But if we're
I
talking
wish
about-
he was that. I wish he was less lazy too.
I would.
But I think everyone can relate
I
to
would.
that.
I would 100% say the
Say
same
less
thing.
lazy. The other thing I would say is I kind of wish I was more musically inclined as far as
Oh,
instruments go. Because anytime I see someone that plays an instrument, I'm like,
I want to do that.
I wish
I
I
want to
could
do
s-
that.
I wish I could
and then
sing.
what?
I wish I could sing.
Right.
I
oh.
sound like
That was
freaking.
one of my questions. Can you sing,
I
Jordan?
you
sound like
sing?
R2D2 falling down
The
the
stairs.
stairs.
There you go. What was I gonna say? Oh, just I don't know. Like
More motivated.
you know what I would do though if I could play instruments? I would just play, sad songs all the time, or theme songs.
You would do sad songs.
I would do sad songs, but sad songs are fun to sing.
I'm dead.
Like, sometimes I'm like,
inside.
Sometimes I
Oh, you
listen.
playing a triangle there? I'm dead inside.
I'm dead. No, but sometimes I listen to my feels playlist just to like
It's very
sing
versatile.
Yeah.
because I want to sing.
I
Yeah.
getcha.
So I don't care to be sad. I just want to
Yeah.
sing. So
I don't ever want that in my car anymore.
oh, okay.
I stopped being in my feels, guys.
I mean, and I'm not really in my feels. I'm just like, ooh, I want to sing, so let's play the
Yeah.
in my feels playlist. So
So I just put Taylor Swift when I want to sing on.
yeah, that or I'll put on NSYNC, and then do a full on dance
NSYNC,
routine in my
Backstreet Boys,
car. Yeah.
Larger Than Life. It's my favorite song.
Anyway, that was a good question though.
That was-
Those are all good questions.
yes.
Is there anything that you regret paying a lot of money for?
Yeah, there's been a couple things. I don't really regret it, but like I have the lightsaber in my room, and I haven't really used it, but now it's just kind of there.
It's not for using. It's for showing.
It is pretty, but yeah,
How much
it's
have
pretty
you
cool.
showed it though?
Right, yeah, exactly. Although there was that one time when we were back at my parents' house and Juliano had all his friends over, and then I like snuck up to the middle of the room and I turned it on or whatever, and I was like, ooh. It was all
That's
dark
funny.
or whatever, and it was pretty. I like laughed because I couldn't help myself from not laughing. But there's been a couple of video games that I'm like,
Yeah.
why'd I buy that? And then recently when I was like, anytime I go into Target and I see some clothes and I walk out, I'm like, I didn't need that.
Yeah.
Why'd I buy it?
Yeah.
So that's kind of me.
Okay. So this question I have as you, but I also want to hear your
Okay.
side.
Okay.
Biggest red flags for you in a woman?
Dude, I literally
Red flags.
I've been thinking about this like for the last like week and a half, just like What if we did a podcast on this?
Biggest red flag.
Not red flags,
Is,
but
is
just,
this bad if
or
I like
so-
don't have? I haven't really thought about it, and I don't have a list.
yeah. Okay, so
I feel like you should
I was
have
thinking
some
more- I
mean, there's
sort
stuff.
of things
so
you'd
I
be
was
like-
thinking more of like, what's your biggest turnoff or whatever. But I don't know about red flags. I haven't thought about that.
Red
Like,
flag. Yeah. So
I guess
I could do
turn-off
turn
and
offs.
red
I could-
flags are kind of
different.
similar.
I think they're
They're
pretty
similar. They're
different.
different, but
I think
they're
they're
similar.
pretty.
I think they're kind of similar. They're not
No,
different
okay.
because
because I'd say people that, and this is people in general, people that smoke.
yeah, that's
I-
a,
See, but I view that as a turnoff, not as a red
Yes, no,
flag.
that's what I was saying as a turn off. That's
to
what
me
I would
that's the
say.
same thing for me.
Okay,
If I see
okay.
that, like a red flag to me is like something that is like, okay, I don't really like that about her because of this. So
Okay.
smoking,
Okay.
I would say red flag, turn off. We'll just put them in the same category.
Okay.
So like, yeah, smoking, that's a good one. I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to
Yeah.
date someone who smokes.
Yeah.
Throw water
Yeah.
in their face.
I'd say they'd have to be open as far as like religion.
Yes,
That's the idea of
I
it.
think that's
So
important.
yeah. So that's where I'm at as far as that's
Cool.
that.
And that's a red flag for you because you're like,
yeah.
oh,
If they're not, then
if
yes.
they're
red
not
flag.
interested in like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Then red flag. Then yeah. If they like, if Superman's their favorite, this would be really lame. If Superman's their favorite superhero, red flag.
I send it back.
I send it back. It's not a serious one.
cap.
It's not a serious one, but then also it's like
Pretty
That's
serious
choosing
for
the,
you.
You're choosing the most basic superhero to be your favorite superhero.
It's like they're uneducated and they're just like, oh, who's that?
Pick
one?"
some like variety or something, please.
Yeah.
But
Who's your-
honestly,
Yeah.
I have I don't ask people what their favorite superhero is. So
No, that's not a
Who's your
question. you
favorite?
my
ask.
favorite, Spider-Man.
Okay.
If it
But
so
you
if it's
might say
Superman,
Flash.
then that's the only one that I will not accept. Any other ones, all right. So
Is there any like big any other red flags? Did you say one or?
No,
I actually,
I mean, I agree with both of you. I don't know. I view red flag or turn off. It's different, but we're looking at them the same for this.
for
Whatever.
the sake.
But I would say smoking is a big turn off for me. So red flag. I think I would probably go with that.
I
But
know
as
you probably have
religion.
I
as well.
have
a list.
so many now.
Really.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna go. Over them.
I should have a lot, but
I'm not
I
gonna go over
don't.
them.
Yeah.
Well, like
I don't know.
okay,
I probably couldn't sit and list them, but I would like if it
yeah,
came
you're,
up.
you're asking me off the top of my head, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
totally,
yeah.
I think.
well, because I know. I mean, I'm sorry, but you've never had a girlfriend yet.
No, yeah.
I don't know about you, Pat. Have you?
Yes.
It'll change.
Yeah,
And
I
you
know.
will have a list after that.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
you will realize there's things like so many things you don't like.
Yeah, I mean, I've
So-
had like dates and experiences with people and stuff like that. So I mean, I could definitely say
Yeah.
there's stuff that bothers me though. Like I don't
Yeah.
like putting in more effort than the other person. So,
Okay. Hold on.
Preach.
Wait.
Preach
So,
it.
well, it
I
depends.
get what you're saying, but I would I'm gonna like finish what you're saying.
Yes.
I would. Okay. Wait. What did you say? I don't want to be the one to put in more effort if that's not being reciprocated
Yes,
back.
Yeah, there
yes.
should be an
Because
equal amount of
I
effort.
think it's like I don't want to feel like I'm doing less in the relationship, so I want to be like putting more effort, but I want them to be like
Reciprocate something back.
Well,
yeah.
Because when you don't feel that same effort, it's like, oh, I care more about you than you care about me.
And I ain't trying
That's
to waste
And
my
that's
exactly
not-
what happens, and that's a horrible feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, why am I wasting all this time?
and
Right.
yeah, you're wasting so much energy, and it's like
Like, if you
I'm-
really don't want to do this,
yeah,
you need to let me know
wasting
earlier.
Time. Waste.
Mhm.
Yes.
instead of, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Look,
letting it go on, and it's like, I'm still putting this effort in. Why am I still
Mhm.
putting this effort
And you're
in?
kind of miserable, and it's like, what am I doing?
look, the biggest thing in life is communication, and if you don't want to,
100%.
if you don't
Yeah.
want to talk to me, or if you don't want to like
Come
then-
out and
then,
say it.
then come out and say it, because
Quit
you don't
dodging
need
around.
you don't need to waste my time. You
It's-
don't like just
yeah.
tell me if you don't want to.
And
talk,
it's like
then,
it's better off.
yes. If you
like,
don't want to talk, then
If you just delay it and like try to save their feelings, it's just better off if you come right out and say it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether like however much it hurts them, like right when you
Yeah.
say it,
Mhm.
it's gonna be better off in the long term. Just like, okay,
Well,
thank
because
you.
Yeah, you lead them on,
And yes,
and it's not the way to go around it. And just
Yeah.
like you said, tell
Right.
them.
No.
You're not gonna hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hurt them more if you don't
Right.
tell them.
exactly. Yes.
I may have not had a relationship, but I've definitely seen
Yeah.
relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff to be able to.
Yes.
John Luke is actually a full-on counselor.
Yeah, I'm
if you
actually
need
a
help.
therapy counselor. People come to me
Good
and
therapy.
people come to me and I tell them all the wrong stuff.
Sometimes I just lay on
Listen,
the couch.
you two, so many problems.
So many problems. So yeah, no, good question.
Yeah, solid questions.
Okay, so
Solid
I'm gonna
questions.
hop off John Luke here.
Oh, jeez.
Thank goodness.
Because I only have 6 for you, and I kind of did both for that one. So what were your ambitions when you were a kid, and have they changed? In like what are your ambitions now? I guess.
Ambitions. Like aspirations.
Like, what did you want to be?
Another it says different word for motivation.
It's kind of like, what did you want to be when you were a kid, and what do you want to be now?
Has that changed? I don't think it's really changed. I would say, what do I want to be? Gosh, sorry.
Take your time, Pat. Take your time.
We
can
literally
cut
got
out the
all day.
silence.
We're not gonna cut any of this out. We're just gonna play some nice music.
Dude. Ambitions to hold on, man, I'm bad at this.
Can I move on to another question? Maybe you think about
Yeah,
that.
sure.
For a little
Or
bit?
just like, can you elaborate more on just like?
Well, didn't he ask when you were younger?
Yeah, I said.
So, like,
what
when
did
you
you
were
want to be
younger.
when you were growing up? Just answer that one first.
I mean, at the I don't know simplest years or
ages.
whatever, a cameraman.
So you did want to be a cameraman when you
Yeah.
were younger?
But since I've like grown older and got more knowledge of it, then it's like, yeah, so I guess it's changed a little, but not
Yeah.
really.
But it's kind of similar
Yeah,
in like
yeah,
the
it's
area
yeah.
you're in. That's cool.
I've
I've never because I feel like most people when they're kids they want to do something, but it
and
always
it
completely changes to something else after they kind
True.
of grow
And
up.
That's true.
You've kind of stuck with
But
it.
he's kind of
been
stayed
the
on that
same.
path. It's
Yeah.
kinda, but yeah, that's,
see, but I mean, I'm speaking from when I was like 8 or 9 or 10.
yeah.
I don't know if people would be like, oh, when I was 5,
I
I
wanted to
said
be
I wanted to
president.
be a police officer, and now I don't want to be.
I want to be a
Um,
professional sports player when I was around 8 or 9,
Yeah.
and I
I think that,
still want to be, huh?
Right. I still have the dream.
Balling all day. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that. I'll move on to another question. I'm gonna go to a funny question for you. What would a world populated by your clones look like?
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness. What would it look like?
Be a lot of Patricks, tell you that.
Well, it'd look like this.
Hi, Patrick. Oh, hey, Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
Would anything get done?
Yes.
But it'd be on his own time.
There'd be so many parties.
Part.
I feel like he's like,
Am I?
let's go do something,
I-
guys.
Do I come across as a big partier?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I feel like you always. I guess not like a party like Kevin throws.
Partier? I'm not
But,
like, a
you want to have
partier,
fun.
but like
You want to have fun.
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
Last minute stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're always like, oh, let's go do something. Let's do this. I wanna
Just
enjoy my day.
Excitement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just 100 Patrick skydiving.
Dude.
with like I've never done this before, and then the other Patrick's like, "Don't worry, I'll teach you."
I have.
I have.
Like,
Just skydiving.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
What
Definitely.
a scary.
Would there be like? Let me preface this. Would there be like older clones and younger clones? So would you
Even
would
scarier.
some of your clones teach your younger clones just throughout their years,
They'd have to.
or would they be like, I want you to be your own person?
They would teach them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely like guide them and.
There'd be a lot of cocky Jordans when I thought it was me.
Yeah, there would. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
the best
but
Jordan.
then-
No, I'm the
but then,
best.
you know what happened? Someone would start trash talking, and then, like Jordan said, when he gets trash talked, he starts
Yeah.
motivated.
There'd be a
And
lot
he-
of motivated.
lot of
people.
motivated
just
people.
rising up.
dude,
It'd
a lot
be-
of tension.
Dude, there'd be some
a lot of
competitive
tension.
volleyball.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, the freaking light went
Light
out.
turned off. That's fine.
I gotta check the camera anyways. Did you have another question for me?
I'll kind of move to a both one. I'll move back to you.
Okay, that works.
So John Luca can answer
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
answer one first. In what order do you put your clothes on after a shower?
Boxers first.
Okay. That's
I
the only
mean,
correct answer. So.
Yeah, boxers first, and
I
then
can't wait to hear yours now.
and then probably shorts, and then if it's cold outside, then a shirt. If it's not, or if I like hot, then I won't put a shirt on.
You guys put clothes on after you walk out?
Yes. I even have even I have a bathroom. Even though I have a bathroom in my own room, I still put boxers onto the bathroom.
No, yeah, I think it's boxers first for me as well. Always.
I would hope that would be someone's answer.
I mean,
Oh, red flag. Yeah, if you don't put
if
you're
you
a
put your
guy.
socks on first.
Oh yeah. If you, ooh, red flag. If someone sleeps without the fan on in their room.
Oh my god, if there's no like sort of white noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you need that because I tried sleeping without fans the first time I moved out with Michael, and I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep. It's
I-
just
I-
weird.
I can't. It's hard.
I mean,
So
I don't know.
Sleep. It's just a weird adjustment.
John Lucas' fan, old fan was not white noise. It was like something dying.
Mhm.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I guess John Lucas found it soothing, so that's what matters is the person using it, which is why I hated sleeping in his room.
Yeah. Didn't happen often, but
He goes,
Which
"Who
is
turned off
funny
my
'cause
fan?"
you pointed it out, and I'm like, yeah, the noise is there, but it doesn't really bother me anymore.
So which Patrick?
Order
What
of
order
my
do you put your
clothes.
clothes in after you take a shower?
Boxers first.
He's normal.
I'm glad. Yeah.
And then I'd say shorts.
Oh, we have the same routine, Pat. Who would have?
I don't even put socks on after that. I gotta let him like.
It kind of just depends.
See, I would take a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So then shirt, if
Yeah.
I need to wear
Okay,
one.
so we're all
And
pretty
then
normal.
socks. So yeah.
Okay, I'm just glad you guys aren't weird.
And then boxers again.
Yeah.
Boxers.
Oh, you didn't let me finish. Actually, boxers.
Did I get it right?
Yeah,
Nailed
dude,
it.
I
Nailed
passed the
it.
quiz.
Never. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
These are right or wrong answers.
Patrick,
What's
what is
up?
the biggest obstacle so far in your life that you've climbed over?
Literally.
It was actually at this this is a park I went to, and I was rock climbing.
I think what I've already said, which is, I don't know exactly how to word it, but social anxiety, I guess.
Okay.
Not caring what other people think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'd say that. Just like, yeah, just getting over that jump, that hill, that monkey.
And we've seen that with the.
Don't know what the.
And
second
I'd say,
part
and I'd
was.
say we've seen that with your Snapchat stories. You just post whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
enjoy them. Honestly, I enjoy them. And
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
and cause what's funny is when I did the story for this, when I was asking people to send in questions,
Uh-huh.
I sat at the table for like a good 20 minutes. And
Trying to
stared
get a
at my
right
phone.
one?
No, I stared
Oh.
at my phone, not wanting to. Well, it's not that I
Okay.
didn't want to, but I was like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like too scared. I was like, what are people gonna think? Is this gonna be
Yeah.
stupid? And then like I just started just recording myself. It took me like 20 tries, but
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah. 'Cause yeah, when even 3-4 years ago or whatever, it's like, oh, if I post this, or even just like a selfie or whatever, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
but then it's just like, I don't care. Oh, it's
right.
you know what?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
cool people to
For
see.
sure. That's a good answer. I love that.
Thank you. It's a good
It
question.
was
I
a
love
better. It was a
that.
better question, but.
I-
Do you have a bucket list or anything you absolutely need to do before you die?
anything I need to do before I die. I don't think there's anything I have to do before I die.
There's stuff
I
you'd
have a
like.
bucket list for sure. Mostly just like places I want to travel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. If I had my phone, I would look up my bucket list, but I don't. But I don't think there's anything I absolutely like need to do
Okay.
before I die. If I died now,
Right.
it'd be
You don't
like,
want to like rob a bank or
sometime.
anything?
oh shoot, that.
I
Like,
could
is
use more money.
my
Like me,
answer.
you, Gianluca, Giuliano, go hit up and like do it together. I think it'd be fun because since we're
That'd be
doing it
so
as
much
friends.
fun.
Dude.
You know,
did say
if that was
anything's
legal-
fun with your friends, you know.
If that was legal, it'd be so much fun.
I'd like hold the
Do you
gun backwards.
Yeah, but
Put the money in the bag.
But hold on, if it's
You won't shoot. I know. Shut up.
idiot.
Just
That's a
do
water
it.
gun. I can say it. Season you painted.
You
the
don't even have a
Nerf.
magazine. Do you know how those work?
Anyway,
Yeah, anyways.
is that all your
No, I got
Wait.
more. Come on, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I still got some more for both of you, but anyway,
Uh,
this kind of ties in with the red flags. What is a must-have you need in a relationship? And this doesn't have to be just with a girl. It could be the friendship, just any relationship with anyone. Like, what's
A
a must-have you
must-have.
have to have?
this is for both of us.
I'm gonna make it both.
You can.
'cause
Yeah,
I
go.
think
Communication.
yeah.
Like I've said.
Oh
before.
yeah.
A hat. That's a
Just
must.
being open.
Just being open, honest. It matters to me
Yeah.
because I'd say that I've definitely gotten better with communicating my
Mhm.
feelings as a
Yes.
person lately, and so I feel like it's important just to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Like what I told Sebastian and Catherine for their
Yeah.
advice thing.
Yeah.
Communicate. Yeah, I would 100% agree. Just like, yeah, it doesn't, that's like kind of the ultimate thing that matters. Just like, we need to communicate. We have to be honest and open with each other. If you're not,
Mhm.
then it's like,
Yeah.
can't
Right.
trust and,
I was gonna say like, I mean that's obviously top of the list over I think anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say encouragement, because I feel
Okay.
like
that's hard for me to do on some and in some cases.
so,
As far as encouraging, because like I'm not very like what's the word, empathetic
okay.
person.
Empathetic.
Like I can encourage, but I feel like I'm coming across as like sarcastic.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Either sarcastic or mean when I'm telling.
So, I'm not, I'm just throwing this out there because I had the thought. I'm not targeting you or anything. But do you think that, like, if you were with the right person, it wouldn't be hard to do?
Probably because then
Okay.
they would
you
understand.
could also
me,
say
so
support. I mean,
support.
encouragement,
Like-
support,
Yeah.
kind of both of those things I think is
Support,
important
yeah.
when you were, whether it's a friendship or a relationship with
Yeah.
like your future spouse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's always like stuff they want to do. I'm not gonna say encourage them in anything because maybe that
Yeah.
thing is stupid.
Yeah.
like
rob
something
a
like-
bank?
Like, I want to smoke. Yeah, I'm not gonna encourage you. To
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
There's
Hey,
certain
yo,
things.
babe, hold down.
Hold up.
We ain't buying no packs today. Save the money for the
Yeah.
video game.
But I was gonna say something they're passionate about.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're
Yes.
supporting them and everything like they're passionate about, unless they're passionate about smoking, which you shouldn't be.
Right.
You will kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when they're passionate about something, like making sure you're encouraging them and
Yeah.
like especially when like they're doubting themselves, and they feel like really discouraged at the time, you need to make sure to lift them up,
Right.
and just help them along the way.
Mhm.
I'd say a strange like worry for me, or I guess not a fear, is that I don't I don't come across at times as being supportive enough, in either what I say or I do towards someone, whether it's in a friendship or like even like family. It doesn't worry me, but then it's something I'm like, oh, am I like doing enough on my part to help someone out? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's kind of like, it's a strange fear to have,
yeah.
but
Here, I'll tie that into another question real quick
Okay.
because I had it for both of you. What's the biggest quality right now that you're trying to work on?
self-love, that'd be the one.
Yeah,
It's hard. I don't
Yeah.
know, to do things, to be okay with doing things by yourself.
Yeah.
Like what you said, Jordan, you've said this before, like you would go see movies by yourself, right?
yeah, I have.
Yeah, I don't think I get, that's hard for me to do.
I definitely prefer to see it with people, but
yeah.
I mean, if
That's
I'm not doing
so
anything
hard
today
for
and
me.
like there's some nice movie I want to go see that no one else wanted to see, why not go just watch it?
Yeah.
Get your own popcorn.
Yeah.
Don't finish it. Throw it in the
I always
garbage.
just want to experience stuff with other people,
That's
just
the
to
other
like,
thing too.
so you can
Yeah.
share a memory with someone else. Because then
Yes.
it's like, you go and like you enjoy it, and it's like, this is awesome, I love it. But then it's like,
That's the other
it's,
thing.
it's just like
Because then you can go back and like,
wanna
dude, remember when we did this?
Yeah.
I want to
So-
experience it.
I think there's a
That's
lot
all.
more enjoyment when you're dealing with friends or
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
you know. I wouldn't say all the time. Maybe there's a big group of people, you might feel left out sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel
That's why you
like
just bring a big group of people that are your friends.
Or
that's why,
just
that's why you
Yeah.
bake and bring stuff.
Yeah,
right?
so
they
people are
have
like,
to come
ooh,
to
do you have more snacks?
eat it?
No, that's a good question. Yeah. Is
I
there?
have more. Would you say you're more extroverted or introverted, and what made you that way, or like what do you think made you that way? Is there like
I don't-
something like in your life or a memory that like was like, oh,
Flipped
this
you or
kind of like
something?
changed my direction of how I was?
Mm.
Do you remember the exact moment?
Yeah, I don't.
I need time.
Timestamp that.
I don't
If you
know if there's
remember.
anything that like changed it or like made me that way. I always thought, yeah. See, honestly, I always thought I was introverted, but now it's like, I don't know. In some situations, I'm very extroverted.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I want to ask you guys: do you think I'm introvert or extroverted?
I feel like you're extroverted.
I'd say you're more you're extrovert Extroverted, introverted. I think you're more extroverted than introverted.
You
to be honest.
think he's more introverted?
No, extroverted.
I think he's more extroverted.
No,
yeah.
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And cause
I think that's changed over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It definitely changes.
Yes.
Because I feel like
I was way more
Yeah.
introverted.
I think I was like more extroverted growing up. I think all kids are extroverted for
growing
the most
up.
part when they're growing up.
Most kids.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
kids, they don't know yet, and then there's like something that happens, like
It's an embarrassing moment. Or
Yeah.
something.
embarrassing
okay.
moments. You get rejected by a bunch of girls. In middle school.
Right.
Call
Or
back.
like something happens, something like that, like you said, is embarrassing, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to have to go through that again. So you go the
Yeah.
other direction,
Yeah.
and then you're like that for this long time.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone's that way. Sometimes they're embarrassed and like they don't care.
Yeah.
And, like some people like grow up that way. I'm
Yeah.
like, I wish I could have been that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I went down that introverted direction, and now I've like slowly crept up towards
Mhm.
extrovert, because
Yeah.
I've always had told me like people, I'm like, oh, I'm introverted. It's like, really, you don't seem very introverted at all.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
I'm
because you
like-
only see them like in
it-
their extroverted
Once I like
Right.
start
moments.
like, yeah, if I like know people,
Yes.
like even if I don't know you, like start talking to me, and like I start like
Uh-huh.
having like conversations, it's just so easy
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because you don't think about it.
It also just depends because if you're always with your friends, then you're gonna be way more extroverted than introverted.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely with the people around you, it's easier. But like,
Yeah.
I will
wouldn't
say
go
that
out of
like
my way to go talk to someone. Sorry, Pat.
you're fine. I was like way more introverted, and I think something that like helped or like changed me to being more extroverted was getting over that like social anxiety or just like not caring what people think
Mm-hmm.
and just like it's just like being more
Just putting
open to
yourself out
just
there.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do one more question,
Mm-hmm.
just for
Okay.
the both of you. Do you brush your teeth before you eat in the morning or after?
Before.
So
After.
okay, so I do before.
Ask.
And it's because it puts a weird taste in your mouth, I think, for me.
Wait,
if I
but
do it after.
After you.
Because,
oh.
like, even just if you do it, like, after you drink a cup of coffee or something, it puts this weird taste in your mouth to where you have to, like, go eat something else to get. That's what, at least for me.
Okay,
So,
I
yeah.
saw a TikTok where you're actually supposed to do it before you eat,
Interesting.
Okay.
because it's the toothpaste pretty much that you're putting on is putting a protective layer on there, so it's
Yeah.
protecting it. So you're supposed to do it before and not after, because then if you eat and then you're trapping it in there,
Okay.
I guess in a way. I don't know. It was
So
a
you're
dental
supposed to do it
TikTok,
before
guys.
you eat?
See,
Yes.
yeah.
So the only reason I do it after is because.
Get rid of the taste or whatever.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
To get rid of the
Yeah.
taste. Not. Well, yeah. Also, the bad breath after.
Yeah.
Because if I brush my teeth before and then I go have like peanut butter or something, now my
Yeah. See-
breath might smell like
You
peanut
got
butter. or
mouthwash
something.
though. Just hit that real quick.
No. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Chug it.
It
But you're
kind of
not
goes.
supposed to. But you're not supposed to do mouthwash after you brush your teeth because it wipes away some
Well,
of the.
yeah, that's
the
why I was
pla-
saying
or
brush
the-
teeth,
Mhm.
eat, mouthwash.
Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
That could happen. That could be a.
See,
that
but
could be a
I
possibility. I might
Your
consider
I
routine?
that.
want to brush my teeth as soon as I wake up because, well, like I wear retainers too,
Oh yeah.
and so like you just have like this weird taste in your mouth, and you have to just like, you gotta
Mhm.
brush, because then it's like, because then if you go eat something,
Yeah.
then it's off, and then it's like I should brush. Yeah.
Ugh.
What do
All right,
you have
so-
questions?
What?
Questions?
Oh yeah, questions. Okay, so I got some. I'll do the ones for Jordan first, and then I'll do Pat.
So nervous.
How many do you have? We're about an hour and a half.
I know.
What if we split this into two parts?
I thought of that. I think going in, I kind of thought this would be a longer episode, and I think that's fine. I think people might expect that, and I think it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should be fine.
They can listen to it in two parts. You know, we shouldn't have to split it.
Yeah. Okay.
We shouldn't have to.
Okay.
Figured to ask.
Right.
We
All right.
could.
All right. So for Jordan, how is it being the youngest in the family?
It is the best.
Really?
I am the most spoiled.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
out
true.
of everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely its perks,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like there's just not as, I don't know, maybe there's not as much pressure being the youngest,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I guess, in a way. I don't know. I feel like I haven't had as much pressure as my like sisters and my brother for some
Yeah.
reason, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I was the youngest, but like you're like, I don't want to say I'm my parents' favorite because I'm not. No offense to my, I'm sure my sisters are probably their favorites. They're really hard workers
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, they love us all, but
Right.
like I feel like there's more pressure on them since they were the first child.
Mhm.
So they want them. These are the ones they probably like want them to turn out the best. They
That's
ca-
also like the stereotypical for the youngest to always like be like they're more carefree on them and
Yes.
But I feel like I was the most coddled, and like loved at times, because I was the youngest, and the last child, which was nice. And yes, I was probably the most spoiled. Luckily, I didn't turn out like some people who are spoiled
Right.
and are like, oh, I need this, I
Yeah.
need that. I'm not that way. I turned out in the way like I love giving stuff away,
Yes.
and
Yep.
I love sharing.
You find more happiness in giving
I
than in
found
getting.
I find so much happiness in giving someone and seeing a smile on their face.
Yes.
That makes me feel
To
so
think
good.
that you created happiness or like made someone happy is one of the greatest feelings. It's awesome.
And
So-
okay, I was gonna say there's a downside to
had
this.
this thought 3 hours
well, now
ago.
this just popped in a question in my head. So I'm gonna go into this real quick because it kind of leads.
Okay.
Do you know what your love language is?
I was thinking about this today because someone asked me.
Yeah.
What are the 5?
But okay, I think
The-
it's like physical touch.
Quality time,
Words of
affirmation, receiving or giving gifts.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, but I can't remember.
So this
just know
was. I think
I'm
mine's
based on it.
changed.
Oh, acts of service.
Yeah.
I think mine's changed.
Okay.
I think. Wait, was words of love one of them?
Words of
right?
affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
That's for me is I love getting encouragement and support. So that's I think at the top of my list.
Mm-hmm.
And I think quality time. Like I want to spend time
But
with you.
But then you said also you love giving gifts and receiving gifts. So then
I don't actually care if I receive gifts. I think giving it. So I guess
Right.
that is also up there.
Right.
Because I could be like, oh, I don't care if you give me
Yeah.
a gift, but I want to
Right.
give you everything.
Rather, yeah.
I want to give you all these gifts. I love giving gifts. I love making stuff,
Yeah.
baking, what it is. I like sharing it.
The happiness you get from that is better
It's
than the
so
happiness you get in
awesome.
receiving gifts.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. So I don't care about receiving, but I do love giving.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say words, gifts, and then maybe
Yeah.
quality time.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
wait, before we go off this, just like the feeling of like creating happiness for someone. I had this thought 3 hours ago when I was driving back from Post Falls because I did a wedding video in May, and like I've been done with it for a while, but then the father of the bride was like, hey, can we just get some more raw clips or whatever? So I dropped those off for him, and I was just thinking, I'm like they were just telling me how like much they loved it, and they went and showed like the people he works with and whatever. And I was like, it's such a cool feeling, and I was so happy because it's like
Mm-hmm.
I went and I made this for their like the greatest day of their lives. I captured it and I gave it to them, and they just were and like
loved
to
it.
create that
Yeah.
happiness for someone, it's just such a good feeling. I was like, this is awesome.
Okay.
I was gonna go off of that, but I'll let you guys say your love languages first.
Okay.
Okay.
But I want to go off like making everyone happy.
All right.
I just want to say something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
For me, it's definitely quality time for sure.
I think it's important.
Definitely, and
Yes.
and if that might be apparent or it might be obvious to you guys, just because like it sucks, or like I want to hang out with people. So like when people
Yes.
say they don't want to hang out, or not
It's-
they don't want to, hang out, or they can't and they're busy, and like it sucks. 'Cause I'm
Yes.
like
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
That's
all I
why
want,
the
yeah.
self-love part of doing stuff by myself
Yeah.
is also hard because
Yeah.
I want to do quality time with other
Yes,
people.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So
I'm really feeling you.
I'm really feeling the vibes you're giving. And words of affirmation would definitely be second for sure. I think acts or the giving of gifts is probably on the lower end because I kind of am opposite with you guys. Like I don't like giving gifts as much, and it's not because it's like, oh, it's work and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like the fear of their genuine reaction.
Yeah,
Like, are they
yeah.
being genuine
Yes.
and how they're feeling right now?
And it's like if they say they love it, it's like,
Do they actually love it?
And then you're thinking.
Right, and so it's that.
Mm.
I mean, if you find the right person,
Yeah.
I think like
It-
no
there's times
matter
when it's
what it
apparent that
is,
they
for
do
the
it.
most part, I
Mhm.
think they'll be like, "I'm just happy you put effort in,"
Yes.
Right.
and I think that right there means
Yeah.
everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
Means
So-
more than the gift or whatever.
And and I can tell when someone's like being super, like when it's super obvious that they're like genuine about it. Then I'm like, okay, then I enjoy it. But then obviously there's times when it's like, do they actually enjoy it, or are they just
Mhm.
saying it to be nice? And then it's just like then it's some
For
sort
sure.
of battle
Yeah.
that I have.
Yeah, you guys like my bacon, right? You guys aren't lying to me.
I mean,
Dude,
I
it's
haven't
good.
thrown up yet, so
Actually,
That's-
when I tried one of those cookies, I didn't like it.
The ones you made a few days ago.
I was like, I like the
Super-
taste was fine. But I was like, this consistency is trash. I hate it. It's so crunchy
Yeah.
and a little chewy in the middle. I need it soft.
See, yeah, and that's the other thing. Is I'm not like super picky when it comes to food. Like, so there hasn't been anything you made that I'm like, oh, this is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like even when you were like, oh, this is super salty, I was like, this tastes fine to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like,
It's because you're a baker, so you're gonna be harder on yourself.
Yeah.
it's that mom. It's that mom that got
Yep.
me.
You got a reformed palate.
What are your love languages?
I would say top one is definitely quality time.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to pick a second one, probably acts of service. Just like, yeah, because then what
Serve this
Acts
country.
of service.
shows you that they care.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality time, 100% though. Spending time together, just
Okay. Let me go off of when he said, "I love making people happy and all that."
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't love making everyone happy.
You don't love making
In a way, I will tell you why. And this
Okay.
is not going off of giving gifts or anything like that because that does make people happy. But it's this is like me supervising, and I guess it's not the same because I was just trying to get everyone to like me, so I wanted to change the way I did things to make them happy.
Yeah.
Bad idea, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible idea.
Yeah.
Say what you want to say. Don't do it. Just don't say the things that they want to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I can't supervise like this. And then when I tried to switch it, you just piss
No.
everyone off
Yeah.
because they're a bunch of
Right.
little babies.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was my main thing.
How do we get to love languages?
I think we were talking about we love giving gifts to make people
Oh.
happy, and you brought it
Yeah.
up. So, anyway,
Right. Okay. Jordan. So we kind of alluded earlier. What was your favorite video game growing up?
yes.
Did you say what your answer? Oh no, yeah. What is your?
Oh, I
favorite?
didn't say my favorite
No, you
video
didn't say
game.
your
I said what was the first one
Yes.
I think that I played
So your favorite
that got
video
me
game
into it. My favorite video game ever
growing up.
growing up.
Yes.
It was probably Super Mario Bros. 3. I feel like, which you played in your Game Boy.
Well, that was my first game that
I played on the
so-
Super Nintendo, but we played the heck out of that one.
Mhm.
That, or yeah, probably that.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, that was definitely Nintendogs.
Right.
Guys,
Oh,
Nintendogs.
Nintendogs. Yeah, that's good. Okay. What was favorite memory from school?
Favorite memory from school?
Yeah, because we don't really know. I don't know much about your school.
High school. I did a fundraiser. This is like
okay. Yeah.
this is like a 6-month fundraiser that we get 10 senior guys,
Mm-hmm.
10 senior girls, 10, or I think maybe more than 10 junior girls. 10 seniors got picked. I put my name in the hat, dude.
Yeah.
They wanted me to do it. And I wasn't the most popular, and I didn't care because I was in the nerd group, but I was like, all
Yeah, you
these.
played Dungeons and Dragons.
I did. I made a Dungeons and Dragons club, and it was so worth it. So much fun. But yeah, so I'm like, all these people I used to know I don't hang out with anymore because they kind of went separate ways, and they're all popular. They're all really nice people, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people have such a misconception of like popular people. They're
Yeah.
really not that bad. You just see them as that way. But most of the time, they're really cool people. They're really nice. And so we did that. That was such a fun 6 months, bonding with all these guys and like doing all these things to fundraise money. And the biggest moment of that is when I sent, because we'll send letters out to people to send us money. I sent a letter to Danny Ainge, who's not the owner anymore, or I guess
Mhm.
yeah, he was the owner or the GM / owner.
Okay.
He was the GM / owner of the
Yeah.
Boston Celtics basketball team. He sent me $5,000 back. The goal was only $2,000, so I had already exceeded my mark by a lot. And just getting this letter from him,
Yeah.
and I was on the news.
Right. Yeah.
They interviewed me,
Wow.
and it was I was so shook when I got the letter.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he actually sent back, because he played at my high school,
Mhm.
but no one thought, it was oh, he hates Eugene. I think his mom died there, so it was
he hates
Mm.
Eugene.
he just doesn't like
Yeah.
the memory of it.
Yeah.
So I was like everyone was surprised I got a letter back, if it was actually genuinely from him
Yeah.
or not.
But, I mean,
but,
he genuinely gave you $5,000.
But I got $5,000,
Somebody just pulled money from his account.
and everyone's like, oh, because they want to hit their marks. You
Yeah.
get that 2,000, and because there's a winner at the end.
Yeah.
We have to do a pageant and everything, but I'll go over that. But everyone hit their marks, and I've had people hey, can you help me share some of that? Legitimately said that, and I shared some of it at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted some other people to hit their marks or get closer to it, so I did that, and I didn't tell anybody because I wasn't allowed to do that, but I did it anyway. I didn't care.
Yeah.
And it was
FBI.
awesome. But the pageant,
Yeah.
pageant. So we have to do a talent. We have to do a costume contest with a kid, like a baby or a kid,
Yeah.
which didn't work out for me because my kid was too stage fright. So
Oh
I had to
my
force him to
gosh.
go out. It was my youth pastor's kid. I was thought about like putting candy on the ground and leading him out, but that didn't work,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But there was a talent show, and I formed a boy band called Out of Sync, and it is we're one-hit wonders.
Famous video on YouTube.
It is on YouTube if you look my name up, my full name. It was so much fun, like getting like choreographed by my youth pastor, who's apparently a really good dancer, and like the video he made was really cool. So just that whole thing was
Yeah.
a good experience in high
Yeah.
school to have.
Okay. Interesting. That's kind of like us for like musicals and stuff like that.
Yeah. How big was the school you went to? It was a public school or?
It was public, so there was 1,000 people.
Okay. All right. Why do you like playing sports? And do you have a favorite memory of playing sports?
I love winning. I love being competitive. I feel like, I'm not like the most athletic person, but I'm more athletic than a lot of people.
Right.
So I
Mm.
do have that, and that definitely like, got me more into sports, knowing like I have some
Yeah.
more ability that some other people don't have.
Makes it fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it does help me, but just putting time and effort and being passionate about certain things like that, like basketball, and I played so many sports throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to love baseball, stopped playing it. Then I played a lot of basketball, stopped playing that. On a team, I still play it.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten a lot better. And then playing golf and just learning all these things, and being able to play so many sports.
Right.
Like I feel like I can be not the best at every sport, but above average at
Mhm.
every sport I play, no matter what it is, except soccer. I suck at soccer. Can't kick a ball to save my life. But anything, I feel like I
Right.
can get really good. Like I just have like this natural talent to do these things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I don't play volleyball very much.
Right.
I'm
and
not the
then-
greatest.
Yeah.
But I have my moments.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
I can do things that other people struggle with.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So I think that's a big reason I love sports, but mostly the competitiveness and just winning. I
Right.
love winning.
Winning is like people say, oh, it's like there's like a difference between having fun and like, or like just have fun instead of winning. But like winning is having, for me,
Yes.
is when I'm having the most fun.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say, no one likes losing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not.
But
But-
then there's some people that are like, like, oh, it's just a game, doesn't really matter. But it's like, no, I want to win.
It is
so
more fun when
If
you
I get
win. For sure.
if I get blown up by 30, it's not fun.
No.
Right.
If I keep the game close and it comes down in the end, we end up losing. It's like we tried. I did have fun.
It's still it's still fun, but obviously not nearly as fun as
Yeah,
winning.
it's
Right.
Yeah.
Like if we're just and if like let's say we're just hitting the ball around or like shooting threes and stuff like that, like then yeah, obviously that's just for fun. We're just chilling out. But it's when someone's like, okay, let's play a game, and it's like, okay, well from here on out, I'm putting all my time and effort into doing this,
Yeah.
so I don't want to lose.
yeah. I definitely don't take losses as hard as I used to.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, like I think there was like it was the semifinals for baseball, and my coach told me to round to home or round to third when I
Yeah.
was playing baseball. Or it was round to home. This is to tie the game up. I ended up getting out,
Yeah.
and I was just like stuck my head in the ground, and was like, I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
This sucks. I was the last out. I was so pissed. We
No.
just lost this game. It was so close. How can you guys be happy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
not happy. I want to win.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a good
So
answer.
competitiveness.
I'd say for me, some of it is like I kind of like showing off. So like, cause it's also like people are like cheering you on and also like encouraging you. And then
Yeah.
there's nothing better than when some like people hype you up or after you do something really good.
I don't know if I told you that. Was it you today? I was telling, or maybe it was like Celine or Giuliano, but I was like, when I made one spike today,
Yeah.
and like you heard the crowd, and that literally hyped me so up, like my confidence shot so
Yeah,
high up.
yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
I'm so locked in now that
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
just did
yeah.
that.
Yes. Yes.
I'm feeling it. That's like, and I went on that little bit of a run.
Yes.
It's kind of like
yes.
adrenaline.
I started killing. Yeah, it's adrenaline.
It's kind of like adrenaline.
I was feeling
The blood's pumping. You're like
Yeah.
you're like breathing really hard, but you're like going.
Yes.
That's when I talk trash the most.
Yeah.
Is when I'm feeling it and I know I'm gonna beat you. I'm just
yeah.
Yeah.
you're a baby to me now.
So yeah, no, that's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I
just
feel you on that.
like when people
Yeah.
are cheering you on. It's kind of like it's fun. People are all eyes on you, and I kind of like when the intention is on me.
It's
On
like
certain times.
I was gonna say sometimes I used to hate the pressure,
Yes.
but I'm starting to like
Thrive off of it.
Thrive
I'm starting to
off
like
it.
really like get used to it and like love it and like I want the pressure.
It's
I play
food.
better with the pressure.
Yeah.
I'm more focused with the pressure.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can't be worried about pressure because
my game just elevates.
Yeah,
Not to be cocky, but it.
dude,
It
I'm
gets
on a
stronger.
different level, baby.
Give me the last second shot, dude. I'm not passing it. 4 people on me doesn't matter. Kobe.
My final question for you basically is, why did you want to start a podcast? Is there anything?
I think I kind of answered that
Yeah.
on an earlier one. It's just like it's a side hobby. It gives me something to do throughout the week and kind of. I guess we're gonna try new things,
Mm-hmm.
so I
Mhm.
think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool to share everything with a lot more people
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
compared to just us. So
Yeah.
not only are you guys learning stuff, but there's all these people
Yeah.
who get to listen to us
Mhm.
and learn about you and me, and
Right.
I think that's really cool experience to
Mhm.
kind of put yourself through, and you get to learn new things.
And you're just kind of like putting yourself out there, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The other thing is like it's also a good conversation starter. Like people are like, oh, what have you been up to?
For
Dude,
sure.
I've been doing a podcast, baby.
Let me talk about it. Let me go through all my episodes.
And then, but I've also had conversations with people about my lists, like in person, and stuff
Yes,
like that.
yes.
And so I've been able to talk about
Leads
that.
to
and-
good
Was it about the
conversation.
crappy lists?
Yeah, about my I feel like this is gonna be a ongoing thing where I have the worst list.
Yeah.
He just has the most hot takes on his
Guys,
list,
I
guys.
just have a lot of hot takes.
Yeah.
So
Did you have a question?
Pat, I have questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. What got you into videography,
Oh man, what got me into videography?
and what's the best part about it? You kind of alluded
What
to
did get
this.
me into it? I think. Well, when I was like younger, yeah, I wanted to like. I looked up a bunch of like behind the scenes videos, and like I would look up just like cameraman and like how they set up for like football games or whatever, and like all of that. So I think that led to wanting to film stuff. And or just like getting a camera, which led
Right.
to taking pictures and video, whatever. What was the second part to it?
Well, like, what's the best part? But then you kind of already said this as far as like giving and like.
Yeah. I think the best part is just like creating something for people to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's fun to do for yourself, but then when you're the whole process, so the whole process of it is a ton of fun. I love it. But then when you're done, you put it out for people to see, and like to be able to like create something for people to enjoy and to experience that happiness, it's so cool. And just
Right.
like just to create something for people is so
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the best part is just
Okay.
being able to create this for people.
Well,
Agree?
Do you like doing pictures or video more, or which one do you like doing better?
It depends, I think, because it was pictures, I think, but now I'd say video. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It depends, I guess, on the situation. I think if it's just for fun, pictures,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know, like, for example, or whatever, like, shooting a wedding, I'd rather shoot a wedding video than pictures.
Right.
So, I guess...
If somebody came up to you and was like, I want to do a photo shoot, or if somebody came up to you and wanted to had a video idea, which one is more appealing to you?
Video.
A video?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I gotta check the camera.
oh yeah. Do that.
Sorry, did you have a...
No, you're good. Yeah, I do have.
You wanna
I have all my questions.
Oh!
Let's see. Here, I'll ask Jordan a question here real quick.
I'll get another
This
one.
can be for you too, Pat. What was your favorite hobby when you were younger?
Favorite hobby when I was younger? Probably sports,
Sports.
because I did so many.
Mm-hmm.
No specific one. But yeah, sports. I mean, obviously I put a lot of video games too, but I don't think I
Yeah.
had like an odd, like, I don't know, unique hobby, I guess. I collected cards too.
What kind of cards?
Baseball,
Okay.
football, basketball.
Yeah, I remember getting your football cards.
Did I?
Yeah, you gave me the big binder. And then I gave them away.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
I had a vintage Peyton Manning card in that.
Yeah, this is Ricky. I sold it for $1.
For $1?
Yeah.
Man, you got gypped.
Not when I was a kid. I thought $1 was everything. No. Yeah, I collected cards too. I remember going to buy
What is it,
packs and
Yu-Gi-Oh?
stuff. Nah, no football cards. I would never do Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh.
So, Pat, do you have a favorite hobby when you were younger?
Favorite hobby? I think I'd probably have to say sports too. I played baseball for like 7 years straight through
Yeah.
grade school. So I'd say that
Were you good?
was all right. My last year we won the championship. It wasn't because of me, but I was on the.
But we won.
Let me restart. I was on the championship team.
I was along for the ride.
Actually, I was pretty terrible at batting. I would actually, yeah. We'll leave it
Okay.
at that. But no, that was my favorite. Just
Mm-hmm.
baseball specifically, I guess.
All right, back to just Pat.
Okay.
Who did you look up to for like inspiration for like videography and photography? Was there anybody that was like, oh, I want to be just like them, or maybe because I feel like I have an answer. I feel like I know who you're gonna answer.
Okay.
Because I know this was definitely something that you really like. Dude Perfect. Did you like the way they did their style of videos? It was like
I didn't view them as much as like someone who I aspired to
right.
but I just enjoyed watching just like the creative process or the process
Yes.
of making videos, which I enjoyed that, like seeing how it's done, like the behind the scenes, I guess, of just like kind of anything, any movie or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so interested in them just because they also made awesome stuff.
Right.
So it was kind of a two-sided thing. I don't think I could pick one person. I did like discover this YouTuber who's probably the first person, so I guess I'd have to say them, that just made these like crazy stunts or whatever. Like they do a 600-foot rope swing or whatever, and they'd make these, big YouTube videos on it or whatever. So I guess them, but then like, I don't know, from them I discovered these other few guys.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a collective few people.
Okay.
But he was probably the first one.
Right.
Found.
Do you have a favorite wedding that you've done?
Oh man.
You better say Sam and Dom's.
Yeah.
You're gonna piss
Gonna
me
be
off.
calling
if they
out some
listen.
people if they're listening. I love everybody's wedding.
Sarah and Ty's was
yeah, I knew.
so
yes,
much fun.
Yes.
And you can't like recreate that or anything
Yes.
because the weather.
The weather
added-
and the jazz band.
It's
They had a live
yes.
jazz band.
And
Does someone have a
so
saxophone?
Jordan wasn't there. So
a
we'll
thunderstorm came out of nowhere during the. It was like
explain. Reception.
right after the speeches. Yeah, they had like just started. I think they had finished eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was right when the dancing started, and it just kind of you could kind of see it coming, and then it just started pouring, and then it was everyone just ambush running to get inside, but
Yes.
then trying to get there were like 9. It was like a 9-man band, trying to get all of their equipment in.
Yes.
I'm trying to like grab stuff from where I had it, like mics and everything, and like put it inside, and then I went over to help the band. So we move, and the best part, and then so like we just completely got rained out, so we move inside and just carried on the party
Yes, the jazz
so
band.
much better.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
And like 3 of the jazz players were just like walking around with us, and like they would do like the train just in a
The
circle.
lights turned. The lights went. The
Yeah,
power went out.
yeah.
And they still kept
Completely
going.
lost power, and so like a few people threw up their phones. I threw up a few of
Yes.
these lights on the side, and like no one wanted to go home, and it was so much fun.
And,
And
the
then
jazz,
you look,
Awesome.
live jazz band was the
Yes.
greatest thing.
and
ever.
you look outside, and it was pouring
It was still
rain.
pouring. Like,
Wow.
And that was also one of the worst things because I was like, it's a hot day, so I left all my windows on my car open
Oh.
halfway.
Oh.
And when I'm filming a wedding, I'm completely zoned out and focused only on filming the
Yes.
wedding. I've gotten better at that or whatever, but that one was the first one I did, so I was just didn't cross on my mind at all until I got to the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, soaking wet. I mean, it rained so
Yeah,
much.
I did.
And I think that one, I don't know, I guess that would be the top. I think
Yes.
that's definitely
Only,
the top.
and not that the other weddings haven't been bad at
No.
all that I've seen you do, but that was just like once in a lifetime. Like you had to be there to really
Yes.
Yeah.
to experience that.
And I think second one might be Haley's. I
Mhm.
love that video, and I look back on like the other videos and whatever, and that's one where I'm just like, it's still like it's one of my favorite videos
Yeah.
whatever I've made. But we've talked about Sarah and Ty's just like in terms of which bet reception was the best.
Yes.
And there's like we've said we're like, you know, Haley and or Sam and Dominique's was a lot of fun, but I don't think we can top Sarah and Ty's because
just because of the atmosphere.
The-
But
yeah.
I will say your Sam and Dominique's wedding video was the way you did that one was
Yeah.
actually really good too.
Yeah. Put me in it a lot,
and-
so.
Right, yeah, and even
Good
Jordan's
dancers.
Jordan's clip of when he's spinning around when
I
and then cuts to the
love
worm.
that.
Yeah.
That's a really good clip.
Dude, and the Sebastian's video, they kind of did that thing again where like you guys all created a circle and everyone was
Yes,
kind of
yes.
going in the middle, and it
They did the
wasn't
worm,
they
yeah.
did a few of them did the worm or whatever, and I was going through my shots of that, and they weren't, and I thought back to Sam and Dominique's and I was like, these aren't, you know,
As good, yeah.
as
yeah.
good, but it just reminded me of that. It was like that was fun, and like the one shot from Sam and Dominique's where he's spinning.
Yes, because it goes with the
love
music. It goes with
It
the
does.
music really
Yeah,
well.
it's really
yeah.
good.
It's
Obviously, when you film my wedding when I get married, it's gonna be the
No,
best.
my wedding.
Actually, I was gonna tell you my idea. I think we
Okay.
both come in skydiving. You're like filming me from the side.
okay.
What do you think?
You got a big budget? The
You know I got
biggest.
sports mode, so you know I have a big budget.
Call back.
I have so many entrance songs for my wedding, so I'm like,
He has a new entrance song every day.
I have so many first dance songs. I don't know why I put that in
That's
quotes.
fair.
I have so many.
I think
Dang.
my first dance is gonna be Back in Black.
I just wanna walk into like Welcome to the Party or like walk into Back in Black or something like that.
It'd be
That'd
pretty
be
sick.
cool. Okay, let's see. That's kind of it for me as far as questions.
Alright, as I close my
Go.
laptop.
Pat,
Right,
you-
just close
I
your
only
laptop.
have 2 questions
That's good. That's a good
because
way to end.
I think I made them like a week ago, and I haven't gotten any since then. But
Was Snape bad or good?
Yeah, that's one of them.
guys, if you could re-experience something for the first time, what would it be?
Okay, I have
Well, it
one.
could be like a movie. It could
Yeah, okay,
be
see-
a TV
No.
series.
Yes, that's
It
exactly
could-
what I thought.
Or it could be like an actual event. If you could re-experience it for the first time,
I have a few things.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
I'm
do
gonna go
too.
with if I can re-experience The Office
yes.
for the first time
And
ever,
that's where I got this question because
Yeah.
I've seen people
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
or Endgame. I know John Luke
So-
agrees with me on that one.
Mm-hmm. Endgame or Infinity War, that's by far the best movie experience I've ever
Yeah,
been to, and the hype leading up to those 2 movies in particular was like, you know, nothing I've ever experienced. And so like, and there's so many theories going around and YouTube videos that I
Yep.
watched, and I watch a bunch of reviews and stuff. So like seeing those movies and finally seeing it for the first time, and then just being like in awe, and then it ends and you're like, dang. And everyone's clapping in theaters, everyone's like yelling and stuff, and I'm like,
Isn't that so cool when people are clapping in
Yes.
theaters?
mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
It was pretty cool. So
Cool.
that's what pops in my head right
Yeah.
now. So
I was gonna say when I was playing baseball when I won a championship.
yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
always good feelings. I would
Mhm.
love to
Yes.
experience again. Got the 2 biggest trophies ever.
Right.
I'd like
It's-
to experience today again. When we won that.
When we won.
That was
I
fun.
would.
That
That
was
kind
a
of
lot of
brings.
fun.
When soccer tournaments when I was younger, did a lot of those, and those were a lot of fun. And I always think back to doing it because like it was a whole weekend of just doing soccer, and then it was a tournament. Like that's one of my favorite parts is doing tournaments and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because then like, you know, everything's on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then like there's also the atmosphere too. So like we would go to Seattle and do like hang out at hotels and stuff like that, and then go to each other's rooms and lots of team bonding and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun.
Watching my best friends get married.
Yeah.
Love seeing that.
No,
I
yeah,
think
definitely.
I'd love to like.
Sam and
re-experience
Dominique's
I
wedding.
that.
can't wait
Yeah.
for like my very close friends to get married. I've thought about it so much, and I'm like, I can't wait for the day when.
Yeah.
That's something that like, it's one day, you know, and it's
Mhm.
like
Right. Yeah.
I-
Seeing
My
Sebastian.
wedding's gonna be a week, so.
It's also kind of weird too, because then you're like, wow, now he's married. Like seeing Sebastian get married,
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
It's like
this
it's
is
like
crazy.
he's my age. That-
Yeah.
yeah.
He's younger than me.
Yeah.
Am I behind?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Whoa there.
Whoa.
Sometimes I like to be loud.
If you could have a meal with one person, whether they're dead or alive, celeb, relative, whoever, who would it be?
Jesus.
Yeah. It's hard because they always say you never want to meet like your heroes, your
Yes.
celebrities.
Yeah.
So then,
I would not pick one of them for that reason.
and I don't think I could either because it'd be
Just
I feel
from
like I'd be
Brooklyn
too-
Nine-Nine, you know, I've experienced. It's like
Yeah.
they're right. I don't want to meet my heroes.
Right, because then you don't know like who they actually are,
Yes.
and then also like you don't want to be like starstruck, and like be afraid to ask
Yes.
questions.
I got
and
one.
Like that.
Tim Tebow.
Team Tebow would. Be
I would love to have a meal with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Down to
I
earth.
feel like it'd be very therapeutic too.
Yeah, no,
I
for
don't know
sure.
why, but I bet you it would be.
I mean, he's a pastor, so.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, Tim Tebow would be. That's a good answer.
I love Tim Tebow.
It'd be interesting to talk to Russell Wilson, I guess.
He'd be
An interesting one.
and he's
sure.
like down to earth, and he would connect with you and like have a good
Yeah,
conversation.
because I think he's genuinely like who he is.
Yes, he's
So,
he's
like-
very genuine.
It's Aaron Rodgers, guys.
Well, okay, so yeah,
Wouldn't that be interesting?
it would be interesting.
I feel like he'd be super laid back.
He would, yes,
I just, yeah.
he would.
I think any quarterback, just any like football or athlete, it'd be like, what's it like to be have like a million people watching you?
Okay, weirdly enough, I kind of want to do with Tom Brady
Yeah, I would too.
because
no, Tom
I
Brady,
feel
'cause
like he seems like a really genuine guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like most people just don't like him because he's won so much. But like,
Mhm.
he's like
No,
a
growing
super good-
growing up
seems like
is
a nice guy.
Yeah.
growing up is realizing Tom Brady is actually like the GOAT, and
Yeah, one of the
Yeah, carried by
like,
defenses, but
yeah,
we'll talk
yeah.
about that.
But then also just
and
being
by
like,
his receivers.
like if once you yeah.
Don't get me.
So
wrong.
Randy
anyway.
Moss.
I want to ask one more question
Yes,
that I just
okay.
kind of thought of off
Okay.
the two questions, I guess. Actually, they asked this on the podcast I listened to. If you could sit down and have a meal with any one Office character, who would you pick?
Office character.
Kevin Malone, no question about it. Are you kidding me? Because I know if I didn't finish my food, he would.
Oh man, that's hard.
Oh, then I can have his chili.
I would go Michael Scott. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason why you're having dinner with him. Like, what's the?
I mean, you want to see Date Mike?
Yeah. Which Mike? Am I getting like a Michael when he goes like to get dinner or gets lunch with Aaron, and then he's like he's not super mean, but he's just like he's kind of
Yeah.
like normal.
Yeah.
He seems kind of.
He doesn't put on a show.
Yeah.
I'd rather want a show.
No, but then also I kind of would want to experience the.
I don't
like,
think
I know because
I
we've
don't think
seen
I'd
the authentic
pick
Michael.
him.
Because like but then also like you kind of want to see him be like normal. That's why like in the one of my favorite Office episodes is the one where it's bring your kid to school, and he's kind of he's kind of normal in that kind of.
You mean
Work.
What? Oh yeah, what did I say? School.
School.
Uh-huh. Bring your kid to
Brings our
work.
kids to school.
Yeah, bring your kids to school.
We're already going to school.
Bring a bag. No, yeah. So I just
Mhm.
would like want to experience
It's
like
every day.
semi-normal Michael.
Yeah.
Also too.
I don't think I'd pick Michael. I wouldn't want him to put on a show because then it's like
Then you're
it's
you're
kind
being
of embarrassed, and it's
Yes.
just like I could get this from watching. Like that's not something I'd want to experience in person or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it'd just be like kind of annoying at
And
a
I
point.
don't think you would want one with Dwight.
No, because your meal would suck.
Yeah.
Depending on where you go. Or if
Jim
you-
would. I mean,
Yeah.
Jim would be interesting.
Jim would be kind of lame, I think.
kind of
Jim,
It
I could
depends.
vibe with because he's
He-
a sports guy.
sports guy, so you could
Yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
sports.
I think I'd pick Kevin because he seems like such an interesting person. Like, there's little things that come up throughout the episodes or whatever where it's just like he's got a lot to him,
Yeah.
and to sit down with him, like that'd be fun.
You know what? I'm choosing my answer to Pam.
Okay.
I feel like it'd be more interesting. Also, it's Pam, so.
Also, it's him.
I'd probably use Karen.
Kevin Filippelli.
Oh yeah. It's Karen Philbilly.
I would do what's her name that replaced Pam as the office
Oh,
receptionist.
Ronnie. Or
Ronnie,
Lonnie.
yeah, I'll do Ronnie.
Oh,
Seems like a really-
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Anyway, do
Yeah.
we have any more questions? Oh,
No.
Piss off.
No.
This is definitely gonna be one of our longer
It
episodes.
is, yeah.
Over 2 hours, baby.
So
Really?
If you
Yes.
listened all this
Holy
way,
crap.
we really
if you listen to
appreciate
this
it.
whole thing, you're a real
You're
one.
our hero.
I don't even know if anyone's listening, but you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at Rankaholics. You can also leave a review at the Apple Store Apple Podcast app. Look up Rankaholics in the search bar. Scroll down. There's like a blank 5 stars. Tap the 5-star button because after this 2 hours, obviously.
We're getting 5 stars.
And then also leave a review, please. If we get to 50 reviews, Jordan and I will eat a jalapeno.
Yep.
And if you know me, you know I hate spicy stuff.
And we'll do it on the podcast,
Yeah, we'll do
obviously.
John, look, I have one more question. Are you single?
Oh, you wanted to ask this?
Am I single? You asked me. I've never been in a relationship earlier. So
Yeah, I
I
just wanted
said-
to remind you.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, we
brutal.
should have ended it.
Yeah.
Hot take. Ladies, he's single. I don't know if you heard the deep answers he had, but like, if you don't want that in a man, then you're weird.
That
Take him.
Yeah.
Take him off my hands, please.
Please. And then you can follow us our own individual accounts. Greenhawks11 on Instagram.
Jordan Italian on Instagram.
You
PJ
wanna-
Draymond on
yep.
Instagram.
Venmo me some money at any
Do you
point.
want to give out your Snapchat too?
No, I've had enough of that.
done. Okay.
Has anyone added you?
Yeah.
Caitlin did.
I don't think I forgot to accept it.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Oh.
No, I'm
okay.
going to. I really forgot about
All
it.
right. Anyways.
Yeah, we're
I
done.
guess that's it.
Yeah.
This
we
was
will,
a fun episode.
Yeah.
super
Add
long
me on
episode.
Snapchat.
We will see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
A lot of fun.